I can't do it. Sope. All right.
Hey, thank you, Boyd. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Niam. You're early. Miko Lover. It's a good name. Let me just get my start out of the way here, and then I'll turn on the chat so I can read your amazing comments. You know what I want to try today? I forgot about it just now, but I wanted to try bunnies with Quetzalcoatl. Shouldn't they be really good? Seems like no one has really given them a try. Good old Fi. Alright. Chat is set up now. Oops, not there. How does this Civ turn their abilities into heroes? Well, this particular Civ doesn't. Or this particular god, I should say, doesn't. Cavalry relic, not the biggest deal for Loki, but very, very good grab nonetheless. Should there be an option to turn villagers into hearses as well? No, that would be disgusting. That would be really disgusting, because then you raid with a myth unit and you're just greeted by a hero. Turning ox cards into caravans. Now we're cooking. Heimdall. Let's do some good old Einherjar shenanigans here. I played this matchup versus Rebel, No, not this one. I was Thor, but he was Loki, and he was just killing Hunt all around the map for for myth unit spawns. Seemed very effective. I think it's. I'm not complaining because in tournaments you gotta do what you gotta do, but I think it's a disgusting way of playing Loki, and I hope they fix that.
Veiðimaður. Já, skipa samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Tilsatt. Já, ég vil.
I don't know where the 4th relic is. He hasn't grabbed it either. Yo, I'm sleeping. I could have stopped all of that with Undermine.
Átráð. Tilsatt. Ég vil samþykkt. Samt ég vil. Veiðimaður. Já, satt. Ég vil. Til já. Hver það? Satt. Samþykkt. Já, ég vil.
I'll lead them right into her. Ah, we're good.
Já, grjótsveinn.
Já. Samþykkt. Satt. Já.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Satt. Samþykkt.
Já. Samþykkt.
Já. Já. Ég vil.
Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Satt. Já. Samþykkt.
Já.
Now this Valkyrie's getting some value here, I will say.
Grjótsveinn. Já. Satt.
Já.
Hver þar? Samþykkt. Já. Ég samþykkt. Já.
Ég vil.
Hver það?
Samþykkt. Já.
Satt. Ég vil. Til já. Já, samþykkt.
Tilbúin.
Hver þar? Ég já. Samþykkt. Já. Hver þar? Ég já.
Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt.
Ég samþykkt.
Ég. Já.
Satt. Ég vil. Já. Já.
We never
Ég fjósamaður.
Ég vil.
Til samþykkt.
Til satt.
never got a house there.
Já, samþykkt. Já. Til ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Hver það? Já, ég vil. Samþykkt. Já.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Já, ég vil.
Já. Ég vil.
Til samþykkt.
Holy!
Já.
Já, samþykkt. Ég vil.
He's playing the matchup well. That's what you gotta do versus Loki as Odin. Really go raiding.
Já.
Samþykkt.
Hver það? Satt. Veiðimaður.
Tilbúin. Já. Ég. Já.
Til já.
Já, samþykkt. Grjótsveinn.
Ég vil.
Samþykkt.
Já. Timbursveit. Timbursveit.
Tilbúin.
Hver satt? Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Já.
Hello, yeah.
Satt. Samþykkt.
Didn't know you're Danish. That's sick.
Ég
Til
vil.
já. Ég
Cool
vil.
billing.
Samþykkt. Já. Ég. Já. Já. Samþykkt. Ég. Já. Til. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Já. Satt. Tilbúin. Timbursveit.
Oh man,
Samþykkt.
map is so open. It's gonna be very hard because of
Til
Samþykkt.
satt.
my units are so slow compared to his.
Hver þar? Já. Hver ég samþykkt. Satt. Tilbúin.
But I can focus on the left side. That's a good thing.
Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Satt. Samþykkt. Já. Hver þar? Ég vil.
Já.
Tilbúin. Hver það? Já.
There's gold and there's 2 additional packs of hunt.
Samþykkt.
Samþykkt.
Ég vil. Já.
Hver það? Satt.
Tilbúin.
Ég vil.
Já. Já, já.
Tilbúin. Já.
Grjótsveinn.
Ég vil. Satt.
Satt til samþykkt. Ég vil grjótsveit.
Til samþykkt. Skipan.
Já. Ég vil.
Til ég vil. Já.
Tilbúin. Já. Já.
Já. Samþykkt.
Satt. Ég samþykkt.
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Já. Satt. Að ég vil.
Já. Ég vil.
Já. Samþykkt.
Já. Já. Til ég. Já.
Til já.
Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Ég satt. Ég samþykkt. Já.
It's very painful for me right now,
Tilbúin.
but as soon as I can sort of stabilize here and make a good death ball
Samþykkt. Já.
with Iron Harry, I think I'll be alright.
Já.
Já.
Tilbúin.
Já. Ég vil. Satt. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Hver þar? Satt.
Ég vil. Til já. Samþykkt.
Skip. Já.
Need to really start walling up though. Probably should get safeguard.
Til ég. Já.
Yo, as Sweet Slopoche, what unit comp should you be making? It all depends. With Aztecs, you really gotta consider the matchups and so on. Can't just give you one answer, unfortunately.
Tilbúin. Já. Satt.
Hver það sem ég vil?
Samþykkt.
But a lot of people like to just go Spearmen and
Skip.
Archers with Melina upgrades.
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Hver það?
Ég. Já. Að ráð.
Tilbúin.
Skipan? Ég vil. Veiðimaður.
Alright, now we go on to the left side.
Ég vil. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Já. Ég. Já. Samþykkt. Til
Skipan.
já.
Hver er það?
Tilbúin. Hver þar?
Ég vil.
Oh, I don't have any gold.
Já. Samþykkt. Satt.
Skipan?
Samþykkt.
Tilbúin. Já.
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Satt.
Já. Ég. Já.
Já. Ég. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Oh, we're fighting.
Já, sam, ég, sam.
Já. Til já. Samþykkt. Ég. Já.
Skip. Satt. Grjótsveit.
Til orðstu
Hver já. Til orðustu já. Tilbúin.
Já.
Ég atra. Já. Já. Skipa.
Til ég vil.
Hver það? Skipa.
Já. Til samskip. Já.
Tilbúin. Skipa.
No. Not winning this one. Should have went for Seti. It's way too open. So hard to... I mean, I can't defend all of this. Not at all. Should have done a better job of it maybe, but for Seti would have been so much easier. Let's go Quetzalcoatl. That sounds more fun anyways. Bunnies. Yes, let's do bunnies. How are you all doing today? All good? Did you enjoy the show, the weekend? All the domination from my side in the Throne of the Titans tournament? Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the show. Niam, you're working? Ah, unlucky you. Like the Berserk split rating? Yeah, I had some good Odin games, at least. If nothing else, I had some good Odin games. Imagine taking forward TC twice versus one Udos. Yeah. I shouldn't have done that, huh? That was not a good idea. How do you rate the Chineke as a unit? I think it's alright, maybe even good. But the big issue is that getting to favor in the classical age for Tezcatlipoca or Huitzilopochtli is really, really difficult. Only Quetzalcoatl can really do it, which is why I want to try him for the bunnies. Because he can do the bloodletting. But it's just, yeah, favor in the classical age, so expensive for Aztecs. I think I will. Since I already advertised the bunnies, I think we will sacrifice one villager just to get the favor trickle in as well. Who is this guy, by the way? Does anyone know? Is he just a rando that I'm losing to?
Shikamanalti, Nichiwas. Shikamanalti.
No idea who it is. All right. Nah, but I misplayed it. The way I played it with Heimdall, without walling or anything, I made it very difficult for myself. 1742, holy. Hallo, Jolpen Gammler. Danke sehr.
Nikena. Motlanahuatil, Mamochiwa. Nineki. Caltepostli.
What can I do to play better when you want to go into multiplayer? Just learn a build order. Learn, like, you know, the core basics of your god. Kind of have a strategy in mind when you go in. And then when you lose, don't get discouraged, because very, very soon you're gonna get to your own level, and then it's gonna be fun to climb the ladder. So you're gonna lose some games in the beginning, but once you get to your own level, it should be fun. What game am I playing today? I'm playing AOM, guys. This game is Age of Mythology. It's available on Steam right now for anyone wanting to try this game out. Highly recommend it. Where do I find the good build orders? You can check Deities of Death, or you can even just, you know, copy what you see me doing, or any other streamer for that matter, but mainly me. Greetings from Germany. Always good to see a German. Who is der Gemüsepirat? I don't know what that means. Okay, we want to advance after this guy. And now the bunny spam begins. Guess we can get this one as well. Pickaxe. Get 4 on wood and then pickaxe. I think that's pretty good to do. Need to check behind my base. There's a good chance there's something juicy there. I should grab the 6 monkeys. Even this one.
Ni Itztok. Motla Nahuatil. Ni Chihuas. Nalia.
Ni Itztok.
Let's sacrifice a will already. Like I said, we're doing the bunny thing. We want to see how good it can potentially be.
Shikamana Ni Itztok. Mot Ni Chihuas. Ni Chihuas.
Oops. See this? Knew there would be something down here.
Shikamanalti, Kena, Kalchitka.
Shikamanati. Motla Nahuatil.
Did I get it? Yes.
Ni Chihuas. Ni Itztok. Ni Chihuas. Shikamana Nalia.
Ni Elis, the postly.
Motla Nahuatil. Kuali.
Nalia, Kuali.
Shikamani.
Oh, I'm being chased down. That's awful.
Fuateki, Kena Tlami Ticket.
Ni Itztok.
Naliwali.
Ni Itzkal te postli.
Shikamanati. Motla Ni Chihuas.
This is good. Let's go, bunny. He's preoccupied with who knows what.
Shikamanati. Kuali. Ni Itztok.
Let's get this one too.
Nalia. Kuali.
Nice. So much damage dealt by that bunny, by the way. Didn't I buy two? I guess I threw away one, maybe. I don't think these guys... Yeah, I am slightly faster than them. Bro, where is my food?
Motla Nahuatil.
Plamik ticket.
Ni Itztok. Plamik Ticket.
Okay, that's the bunny upgrade. Oh, there's a dead Ocelot warrior. Oopsie.
Motla Nahuatil.
Shikamanal.
Ni Itztok. Kalchitka.
Ni Chihuas. Nalia. Ni Kuali.
Let's get the bunny spam going. We have lots of favor and we have the upgrade, so
Nalia.
Shimon gal kenetlakat.
just need to get them breeding, you know?
Nalia.
What am I gonna name the bunnies?
Kuali.
Frank.
Ni Chihuas. Te Witin.
One's gotta be Frank, right?
Motla plamik ticket.
Motla Nahuatil.
Frank. One, Frank.
Shikamanati.
If he's hunting in the corner like I am.
Itztok.
I need to get Spearman because he's going really hard on cavalry.
Nalia. Kuali. Ni Chihuas.
He's walling up though.
Ni Itztok. Nalia.
Somehow it feels like these bunnies aren't that fast.
Ni Kuali. Ni Chihuas. Te Chin Miktian.
Get it, get it, get it. And now we run, and then we eat,
Nalia.
Ni Chihuas. Nalia. Kuali.
and then we get a big bunny. Can we escape though? Nah, even though we're slightly faster than them, we can't actually escape.
Motla Ni Chihuas.
Oh, that sucks. Keeps getting slowed down.
Shikamanalti.
Shikamana. Kuali.
Nineki. Kena mamochiwa.
Motnineki.
Ni Itz. Nalia.
Shimkena. Plamik ticket.
Shikamanati.
Shikamanati. Ni Itztok.
Motla plamik ticket.
Shikamani. Kuali. Ni
Shikamanalti.
Kuali. Shikamanati. Nalia.
Once again, it's just mobility that's really killing me on these wide open maps.
Ni Itz. Motla Kuali. Nalia. Shika Kuali. Ni Nalia.
Ken Elis. Pastolti. Kena. Shikamanalti.
Ni Itztok.
Have 4 bunnies. Pretty good, huh?
Ni Itztok.
But none of them are fed.
Nalia.
Yeah, it's just 2. Just pairs of bunnies.
Ni kalchik pastolti.
Shikamkalchi pastolti.
Motla
Motlana
Nahuatl.
wati momokuitlawi.
Uh-oh.
Nichiwas.
Motlanawati. Shimomokuitlawi.
Chikamanal Elis. Kena tlakalchikatl.
Nalia. Ni Kuali.
Shimineki.
Nalia Kuali.
Chikamate postli.
Ni ikinetlakatl.
Nichiwas.
Motlana wati.
Nineki. Mamochiwa. Pastolti.
Shikamanalti.
Kena kalchiket.
Ni Kuali.
Motlanawati. Kinetla. Lamikkalchi. Lamiktiket.
Uh-oh.
Nalia Kuali. Nichiwas.
Shimomokuitlawi.
Shi pastolti.
Shikamanati. Motla Nahuatl. Kuali.
So much gold.
Niitztok.
Ni Elis.
Let's get some extra
Kena tlamasewali.
favor income.
Motla Nalia. Shikamanati. Nichiwas. Ni Kuali. Shikamanati.
I don't know. I have 22 on food, and somehow I'm struggling to keep up.
Shikamanalti.
Shikamanalti.
Nichiwas.
This is good.
Niitztok. Motla Nahuatl. Nichiwas. Nalia.
Okay, slowly starting to multiply a bit.
Kena. Shimomokuitlawi. Nineki. Mamochi. Kinetlakatl. Kena. Kinetlakatl. Mamochi. Pastolti. Ni itzto.
Shimomokuitlawi. Motlana wati. Ni itzto.
Nichiwas.
Nineki.
Titla de Witi.
Shikamanalti.
Shikamanalti.
Motlanawati. Lamiktiket.
Shikam Kuali.
5 speed. Doesn't feel like enough to really be super useful.
Motla Nahuatl. Nichiwas.
Shikamanalti.
Motla Nahuatl.
Keni mamochi. Kinetlakatl. Ken. Mam. Nineki. Kena. Motla. Kinetla. Nineki.
Shikuate. Kena.
Ni itzto. Pash. Mamochiwa.
Motlana wati.
Kalchi. Pastolti.
Shikamanalti.
Kena.
Shikuali. Nichiwas. Nalia.
Oh my god, I'm losing so many villagers.
Shikamanalti.
Kena tlakatl. Motlana wati.
Ni itzto.
Ni Chimitian. Motla Nahuatl. Shikuali. Nalia.
Shimomokuitlawi. Kinetlakatl.
Nichiwas.
Ni ichikamanalti. Shni mamochi. Kena. Motla nineki. Shikamanalti.
Nalia.
Kinetlakatl.
Motla Nahuatl.
Ni Motlana
Kena
wati.
mamochuate.
Losing a shit ton of bills here.
Motla Nahuatl. Nalia.
Kinetlakatl. Kena.
Kuali. Nichiwas. Kuali. Shikalia. Nichiwas. Nalia.
Nalia. Nichiwas.
Ni Kuali.
Shimomokuitlawi.
Nalia. Kuali. Nichiwas.
Motla.
Shikamanati.
21 villages remaining, all in my town center.
Kuali. Ni Motla Nalia. Nichiwas.
Shikamanalti. Elis. Shikamanal kalchiket.
Motla Nahuatl.
Shikamanalti.
Kuali. Ni Itztok.
Ni itzto. Ni nekuateki.
Motla Nahuatl. Shikamanati. Nichiwas. Kuali.
Motlana wati. Nalia. Nichiwa. Kuali.
Nalia.
Okay, here we go. This is good.
Nichiwas. Nelia. Kuali.
Shikama. Nichiwas.
Motlanawati. Shimomokuitlawi. Ni kinetlakatl.
Ni kuali. Nalia. Ni chiwas. Nalia. Ni chiwas. Nalia. Isla de Witi. Motla Nahuatil.
Shikaman. Motla Nahuatil.
Kuali.
What ni chiwas?
Ni Itzto. Motla Nahuatil. Kuali. Ni chiwas.
Motla Nalia.
Motla Nahuatil. Kuali. Nalia.
Motla ni chiwas.
Michinalia.
Ni kuali. Shika ni chiwas. Nalia.
Ni chiwas.
Motla kuali. Tiawin. Nalia.
Michiwas. Kuali.
Shikam kuali. Motla
Nalia.
Ni chiwas. Kuali.
Oh no, there's a Dixie Metal there.
Nalia.
Ni it mot kuali. Michiwas.
Ni chiwas.
Mamochena.
Mot Elis. Gena. Ni gena tlakati. Shikam Elis. Gena ineki.
Kena neki.
Ni Motla Nahuatil.
Shikamangal chiket.
Chikal chiket.
Kuali.
Ni it
Gena. Masewaltsin.
Ni chiwas. Nalia.
Shikone tiawin. Ni kuali.
Need stock. Motla Nahuatil.
Man,
Gena tlak.
go on this.
Shikena tlakena. Motlana
Ineki.
watil.
Gena.
Mamochiwa. Te postli.
Mot kuali. Ni chiwas. Kuali.
Should I use it to heal up as well? Let's just do it.
Kuali. Ni chiwas. Nalia. Ni chiwas. Kuali. Nalia. Kuali. Ni chiwas.
Michiwas. Kuali.
Oh, I should eat some berries here if I can find any.
Motla Nahuatil.
Ni it stock.
Kuali. Mot Nalia.
Ni tuat. Gena tlak. Elis. Te postli.
Uh-oh. No, my bunnies.
Nalia. Kuali. Michiwas.
Shikam
Ni chiwas. Nalia.
It's not good that he gets the hill fort up and everything now.
Simomoquitlawi. Calche postli.
Motlitla. Nali. Kuali.
Oh.
Nalia. Michiwas. Kuali. Nalia.
No stun on these guys?
Kuali. Nalia. Michi. Nalia.
Ni chi. Nalia.
Nikal Kwateki. Ni Kuali. Michiwas. Kuali. Tlate Witing. Nani Kuali. Nalia.
Oh my god.
Kenatatak.
Motla Nahuati. Ni chiwas.
I'm just losing so many builds all game.
Motli Nalia.
Shika Nalia.
Ni Itzto. Motla Nahuatil. Nelia. Chiwas.
Motla Nahuati.
Ni Wali. Chikamanalti.
Ni Kena. Motlana Kal Kwateki.
Ni chiwas. Kuali. Nalia.
Walls, walls, walls.
Kal Chiket. Ni Neki. Te Postli. Te Postli. Motlana Wati. Shimomok Mamochi.
Where do we get food from here, I guess?
Motla Nahuatil. Calchica. Ni Itz. Ni Neki. Gena tlakatl. Calchena. Calchica. Ni Itzto.
Ni chiwas.
Ah, I'm not ready for this bullshit.
Nalia. Ni Itzto.
Chikamanalti.
Shikuali.
Motla Itzto. Motla Nahuatil. Motla Nahuatil.
It's GG. Yeah, it is. It's GG. Man. Ugh, these wide open maps against Odin. And I try to go for bunnies and stuff. Like, they have 5 speed. I just get outmaneuvered by his 6.6 speed. No way I can keep up against it. Unless I just play defense. Ah, the classical age Aztec. It's hard. Why refuse to wall though? Bro, there's so many walls to be made. Maybe defense myth unit like Japan's Jorugumo. But they don't have a special attack. I made the same mistake at 20. Really? I think Bonnies are just weak. It's just they cost 100 food. And with Quetzalcoatl, you get favor for free, kind of, with the priests. So, I don't know. The issue is just that Aztec Classical Age fighting is so underwhelming if you don't have Melina. I think Huitzilopochtli can get away with it. He gets 3 upgrades for his Warhot units, and that makes it good. Versus some matchups. But yeah, just in Heroic Age, you get Eagle Warriors, you get the sick myth units, you get your God Power, your Teishipla are better. It's all just... it's hard to justify not going Heroic as Aztec. Hey everyone, good to see you all. Good to see you all here. Let's get a win now. Yeah, that's the thing. When you're against Odin Freya, you need to just play full-on defense. You can maybe send 1 or 2 bunnies out to raid, but even that, I don't even know, because he's just gonna have 6.6 speed units chasing them around. So easy to punish my 5 speed units going out. Tried Wewe? For what, Boyd? Classical fighting. I mean, I'll ask again, for what? Is it the technologies? There's a myth unit. What are we going for? 'Cause there's so much. Coyote Warriors, unit speed, traps, myth unit, some funny god power. Let's just try. See who we're against. Zompently, what is that? The drums, faster units, okay. So we get that, and then... Versus Zeus. We'll see what he does. Six gold cats tech value? No. I don't think so. 8 actually. Like, the issue is the Coyote Warriors. What are we gonna do with them? Maybe like full Noble Heart units, Ocelot Warriors and Coyote Warriors. And then we go Wewe. We can try that. But then the Cheneke against Greek sounds really, really bad. Although hack armor should be good, right? Yeah, we get the hack at... it's an option. Maybe when we get a lot of favor, we can consider it, getting a lot of those Cheneke out. I don't want to do it early on because they're gonna die to the Greek heroes really, really fast. Do you want actual good advice? I mean, actual good advice would be to go fast heroic. I don't want that. If that's your advice, I don't want to hear it.
Motlanahuatil. Shikamanal. Plamik ticket. Plamik ticket. Plamik nineki. Plamik ticket.
Thought you wanted to win? Ah, not that badly. Not so badly that I'm gonna pick Quetzalcoatl and go fast heroic. Not that desperate.
Motlanahuatil, Kena de Elis, Calchi de Postli.
Ni itsto. Shikamanalti.
Chinekena.
Shikamanalti. Nichiwas.
Motlanahuacal Chihuateki.
Not like I'll face a Zeus and Tony anyways. Rebel first picked Zeus with only land maps, if you can believe it.
Shikamanal, Plamik ticket.
Plamik ticket. Plamik ticket.
Okay, that's where. We get some relics. This one looks good.
Plamik ticket.
Whoa. Hermes, really fast Hermes. So we just need a ton of those warrior priests out. You can get pickaxe in that case.
Nichiwas. Kuali.
Ni itsto. Shimomoquiklawi.
God bless this Kalpuli here.
Motlanahuatil. Nalia.
Shikamanalti. Motlad mamochi. Kenetlacatl. Ni
Niku Nalia.
Kenetlacatl.
Guess we go on to these goats. Hate doing it, but must be done.
Nalia.
Motlanagal de postli.
Nichiwas. Nichiwa. Nalia. Kuali. Nichiwas. Kuali. Nichiwa. Kuali. Nalia.
And then
Shikakena, Masewal.
we need this upgrade.
Shikama. Nichiwa. Motlana. Shikama. Niitsto.
Motlanahuatil.
Shikama. Kuali.
Shinineki.
Nalia. Kuali. Kuali. Nalia. Nichuali. Nalia. Nichiwas. Niitsto. Kuali. Nichiwas. Nalia. Kuali. Nichiwas.
Yeah, maybe get this guy even more into position over here, I guess.
Kuali. Nalia. Nichiwas. Shikam. Kuali. Nalia.
Well, this is fine. He advanced super early and he barely got any damage dealt. Now we're getting the speed upgrade, which is really sick for chasing these boys around. If it's even needed.
Nalia. Shikama. Niitsto. Motlana. Nalia. Nikuali. Niitsto. Motlana. Kuali. Nichuali.
Guy can do some bloodletting. What was this? Oh, no spy.
Shikama. Nalti.
Motlanahuatil. Motlanahuatil.
Niitsto. Motlana.
I do need this upgrade in order for these to be effective.
Kuali. Nichiwas.
He's going Hippias.
Kuali. Nalia. Nichiwas.
Just go back for defense.
Chicket.
Ni itsto postli.
Kuali. Nalia.
Centaur good unit. I think when I get these guys with 5.3 speed, it's gonna be hard to utilize them.
Shika. Nalia. Nichiwas. Motla. Nalia. Motlanahuatil. Kuali. Nalia. Nichiwas.
Kenek, Plamik ticket.
Nalia. Kuali. Nichiwas. Nalia.
Shimomoquiklacal de postli.
Kuali.
Shikam Nalia. Nichiwas.
Niitsto. Nichiwas.
Is he 2 TC booming? No, I saw horses.
Nalia. Kuali.
He's not 2 TC booming.
Nalia. Nichiwas. Nalia.
Motla na wati. Kena tlamik ticket. Shimomo
Needs
klawi.
Ellis. Tlamik
Motla na
ticket.
wati. Ni neki. Tlamik
Motla
ticket.
tlamik ticket.
Ni kuali. Shikama
Waiting on him to do something, because I'm pretty sure, I'm almost certain that my economy is stronger than his.
Shikama
Got all 3 Calpullia additions. I advanced slower than he did.
Nalia. Nichiwas.
So I'm just pulling ahead right now. He's the one who's got to do something.
Nichiwas.
Shikama
I guess he is right now.
Tlakatl. Ellis. Ni neki. Te postli.
Kuali. Ni Itztok.
Oh, forgot about this guy.
Nalia. Motla Nichi Nalia. Kuali.
Shimomo kena tlakatl. Te
Ni
posto.
Nalia.
Oh, okay, good attack.
Ellis.
Oh, with the monkeys as well. Bruv.
Shika Motla na washi ni Kuali. Nalia. Kuali.
Motla.
Ni Nichiwas.
Kena tlakatl. Tlamik ticket. Ni neki. Tlamik ticket. Kena. Tlamik ticket.
Kuali. Motla na wati.
That hurt me actually.
Ni Itztok. Motla na watil. Shika manalti. Motla na watil. Ni Nichiwas. Kuali. Nichiwas. Nalia.
Ni ichimomo
Tlamik
klawi.
ticket. Tlamik ticket. Motla na wati.
The turkey and the Chineke look so similar.
Ni Kuali.
Motla na wati. Chivas.
Ni Kuali. Nalia.
Mm,
Kuali. Nalia. Nichiwas. Kuali. Nalia. Motla Nichiwas.
Motla kena. Kalchiket. Ni neki. Kalchiket. Kalchiket. Tlamik ticket.
Kuali. Tiawin. Shika manalti.
yeah, that's usually what happens. So next, when this is finished, I can do... Oh, let's do Chineke now. Let's do it.
Momo kena tlase waltzin.
Motla na kalchalchi. Kwateki.
Because now I have Lullaby,
Pitsto. Kalchalchi. Te posto.
uncontested.
Motla na watil. Ni itztok.
Shimomo kwit. Ni neki. Tlamik.
Oh my god, where's all my wood?
Shika manalti.
Shikamanalti. Ni itlamik ticket.
Where is all my wood? Why do I only have 1 here?
Shimomo
Ah,
kena tlakatl.
they're doing this.
Kalchalkoateki.
Nichiwas.
Now I just need to find his units.
Motla na watil.
Ni
Ni
Itztok.
itzmamochiwa. Kwateki.
Motla koateki.
Shimomo kwitlawi. Shikamanalti. Motla na kalchi. Tlamik ticket.
Motla na Nalia. Kuali. Nichiwas. Shika Nalia.
Okay, we go 1 by 1.
Kuali. Tiawin.
Oh my god, the AoE from the Ocelot warriors woke them up. Ugh! That's so silly. I should have just taken my heroes and no one else.
Motla na ni Itztok. Shika manalti. Motla Nichiwas. Nalia.
Shimomo kwitlamik ticket.
Itztok. Nelia. Ni itztok. Ellis. Kalchiket.
Well, we can even... let's just spend it on Chineke. It's funnier.
Kuali.
Shikamanalti. Kalchi. Tlamik.
Shimomo kwitlawi. Kalchik. Tlamik ticket. Kalchiket. Tlamik ticket.
Techin Miktian. Nalia.
I think it's honestly good now to keep sacrificing units. Because right now, any power I can get is really, really nice.
Nichiwas.
Holy, it's a big army.
Nichiwas. Nalia. Kuali. Motla na wati. Motla na wati. Nalia. Shika Nalia. Kuali. Motla na wati. Ni Itztok. Shika manalti. Motla na wati.
I lose this. Or do I?
Shika Shikamana ni nali kuali nali ni chiwa. Techimitian.
Shimomokuklawa. Galchiket. Shite postli. Kena. Te postli.
Motu ni chiwa nalia.
Chineke OP?
Ni kuali nalia.
Ni itsto. Ni neki. Te postli.
Ni chiwas nalia.
Kena. Lamiktiket. Ni ikenetla. Lamiktiket.
Ni itsto. Shikama kuali. Ni
Yeah, the
chiwa.
Chineke tech value. I think I got a trap there too, actually.
Motla na wa nalia. Kuali chiwa nalia. Ni kuali. Ni chiwas
Let's get some extra of these.
nalia. Kuali. Ni chiwas kuali.
Motlana watil. Galch. Lamik shikamanalti.
Nalia, kuali, ni chiwas, kuali, nalia, shikamana, ni kuali, motla na watil,
Ni Itstock. Ni Chiwas.
shikamana, motla na watil,
Shikamanalti.
ni itsto, ni naluali, ni chiwa, kuali, nalia,
Nali. Ni Itstock.
All the lasers.
Motlana Wati. Wali. Nalia. Ni Chiwas.
Oh, the trap.
Signalia.
Motlana wa. Galch. Mamo. Lamik. Galch. Lamiktiket.
This jump, the jump damage is honestly not bad at all. Ugh. Need a lot more heroes.
Monelia.
And these Chineke probably not gonna be that good if he gets his H3 hero out now.
Shimomokuklawa. Ni neki.
Odysseus or what's his face.
Motlana Wati. Itstock.
kuali,
From the ambush here.
ni naluali, ni kuali, ni chiwas, ni itsto, motla na watil, nalia,
Chiwas.
ni kuali,
Motlana Wati.
shikamanalti,
Shikamanal. Kuali. Nelia.
ni chiwas, nalia,
Motkuali. Nalia. Ni Itstock.
motla na watil, ni chiwa, kuali, ni it, na techimitian, ni nalia, kuali, nalia,
Ah,
Shikamanalti.
ni chiwas,
guy attacks so slowly.
Kuali. Nelia.
nalia, ni chiwas, kuali, nalia,
Shikamanal. Chiwas.
Who do you guys reckon he's getting gold from?
Kuali.
ni chiwas, kuali, ni it, ni chiwas,
Motla na
nalia, shika, ni chiwas, ni kuali,
Motlana Wati. Kalkalkalkalkuateki.
Ah, he is here.
ni chiwas, nalia,
Nelia.
motla, ni chiwas, kuali, ni kuali, ni kuali, ni nalia, ni
Come
chiwas,
over here.
ni kuali, shikamanalti, ni chiwas,
Shikamanalti.
motla na watil,
Itstock.
This damage is somewhat underwhelming, isn't it?
Chiwas.
Or is it just me? Like, I have 8 of them, and it doesn't seem that great, honestly. They are tongy, though.
ni chiwas,
Shikamanalti. Chiwas. Nelia.
Not enough yet, need more? Really? I feel like 8 is a lot.
Galch.
ni itsto,
Kuali. Ni Chiwali.
motla na kuali, nalia,
Did he go there?
Ni Chiwas.
Ikena. Mamochi. Kenetlakat. Kuateki.
Ninichi kuali.
Nelia.
Motlanawati. Chivas. Monelwala. Titlatevitin. Niguali. Neli. Chivas. Monel. Chivas. Kuali.
Nali kuali. Niku nalia. Kuali.
Titlatewitin.
Okay.
Niguali.
Shnichiwas kuali.
Momokuitlawi.
Ooh, I thought there was a Mythian that attacked me. It was just a
Motla
Pegasus.
nalia. Ni kuali.
Motlanawatil.
Nichiwas. Techin miktian. Nalia kuali.
Shimomokuitlawi. Kalkalchi.
Chikamanalti. Kena. Kena kalchi.
Chikamanalti.
Nichiwas. Nalia.
Like, see, 7 of them and 2 shots. They don't kill Hippias.
Kuali.
They weren't deployed. Deployed, is that the word?
Motla
But
nichi
still,
nalia.
feels a bit.
Nichiwas.
Feels subpar if you're asking me.
Kenetlakalchiket.
If you want to know what I really think.
Nalia.
Motnelia. Kuali.
Ni nichiwas.
Nichiwas.
Kuali. Nalnichiwa kuali.
Nichiwas. Nelia. Kuali.
Ni nalia. Nichiwas.
Motlanawatil. Kena. Mamochiwa.
Motla na watil.
Nelia.
Ni itztok. Mokuali. Nalia.
Nineki.
Eli. Ninek. Eli.
Shika kuali. Motla na nichiwa kuali. Ni nalia.
Motlana. Kena. Kena tlakatl.
This makes so much more sense to go for the skeleton ladies,
Shika mana
the
nichiwa.
zombie ladies.
Motlanawatil. Ni Islamic ticket. Mamochena.
Motla na wat kuali.
Shikamine. Kenetlakat. Mamochalchike.
Nalia. Nichiwa.
Shimotla
Shika
na
manalti.
itztok.
Ni itztok. Nalia. Kuali. Nichiwas.
Motlanawatil.
Kena. Nineki. Kalteposti. Kuali.
Shimomokuikena. Shika. Kenetlakat. Nineki. Mamochiwa. Kena. Motlanawatil. Kalchiket.
Nichiwas. Kuali. Nelia. Nichechen Makian. Yahweh.
The traps. Yo.
Ni itztok.
Chikamanalti.
Motla di nalia.
Ni itztok. Postri.
Motlanawati.
Did the traps just carry that fight, or
Nichiwas.
am I seeing things? It kind of felt like it.
Motlanawatil.
Itztok. Nichiwas. Kuali. Kuali. Nichiwas. Kuali. Nichiwas. Chikamanalti.
Tiawi. Titlatewitin.
Tiawin.
Techimitian.
Nitztok.
Like Star Wars sounds these guys are making.
Tiawi. Ni itztok.
Nelia.
Kamana. Motlanawatil. Nelia. Ni kuali.
Motlachika. Kuali. Nelia. Kuali.
Nichiwas. Motla.
Kuali.
Ni itztok. Nalia. Nichiwas.
I guess maybe that's a play with them as well. Just place them super exposed like this.
Nitztok.
Shikalchek postli.
Motla na watil.
Nichiwas. Echemakian.
Motlanawat. Kalchiket. Kalchiket. Shimomokuitlawi. Ni itztok. Kalchlamik tiket.
GG.
Shika manalti.
Nitztok.
Thanks.
Ni itztok.
Kuali.
Shika mana watil.
Now imagine Laser Boys versus Norse. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's the same versus Greek, because he's only got hack damage in the classical age as well. But they outrange town centers, do they? 20 range. No, they don't. Wait, they do. They do actually outrange town centers. Maybe you can make like, so let's say there's a forward gold mine for the Norse. You can make a very aggressive play, sacrifice 3 villagers instantly, and you just position those Chineke right here next to the gold mine. They do have a shit ton of armor, 80% pierce. Wait, I thought they had more heck than pierce armor. So the upgrade gives them a bit more heck armor, but then innately they have 80% pierce. Why do you say Norse then, Boyd? Why do I bother saying Greek? I thought these were high heck armor, not pierce. 80% pierce armor, that's so sick. What about China? Isn't that what you want to do then? Shenong or Nuwa? What the hell do they do? China doesn't have divine damage either. Let's do a shout out for Throne of the Titans. If you guys didn't follow this weekend, Throne of the Titans, make sure that you do the following weekend, the upcoming weekend. I am on a glorious 0-4 streak, looking to improve on that this weekend. It's going to be sick on Boyd's channel and Motobo's channel. Saturday and Sunday, make sure to tune in. Oh, Moscow versus Recon live on Motobo stream right now. I could cast it as well. Would you guys want to see that? Cast it? All right. We cast it. What do we search for? Recon? Can we just do that? No. Are they playing now or are they about to play? Yes, we'll cast it. Oh, I have it on... Yeah, game name, that's what I meant. Player name, does that work? I think they haven't started, because I don't see it in AOM stats lobbies either. Alright, they have a draft. I don't have the 6 setup that Motobo and Boyd does, so we're gonna have to do without. Recon's playing custom right now with Mosca? Really? Really? In secret as well? We could maybe, until they start, we could cast another game. Was there like a really sick game from the tournament that maybe Boyd haven't casted? I think there was one. I wonder if it works in this patch though. I think it was maybe Quoth game. Yeah, I can pull up his stream for draft, you're right. Quoth, you played a really good game in the Throne of the Titans tournament against someone that wasn't casted by Boyd, am I right? Maybe Mini Yeti? Taba isn't live though. I think after the patch you cannot cast it though. I'm not sure. I think maybe we can. Tava is live, I just don't follow. I am following. Twitch is just slow to update. I are following. Ah, I see it now. Yo, the game is live as well, or what? Sorry, we're gonna watch the live game. That's more interesting. Oops. Refresh. Oh my god, I can't stand this search here. Honey Nuts, God bless you. Vega, God bless you. Alright, so this is game 1 of Recon versus Mosca. And let's record it also. Welcome everyone to Recon vs Mosca for the Throne of the Titans tournament. This is played unorthodoxly, not on Friday or Saturday. I think because Mosca had some power outage in Brazil. So he's had some time to recover from that. And now he's up against none other than the Recon from Taiwanese clan. I don't know what AG stands for, but I'm pretty sure the T is for Taiwan. Mosca over here playing as Amaterasu, Recon playing as Susanoo. So both of these players have been, both of these gods have been very, very popular recently. In large part due to Mina Katatomi being such a popular pick and such a strong pick in general. And both of these gods have access to Mina Katatomi. And that's honestly the big reason why you've seen these two gods resurface recently, after having been kind of unpopular for a bit. I think they have resurfaced, and in large part, like I said, because of Mina Katatomi. You get 15% extra hunting bonus, and you get the Shrine of the Hunt, giving you hunt inside of your base. So the synergy is out of this world. And what many people have found out slowly is that if you go Mina Katatomi, you get the archer upgrades, which is sick, but you don't actually have to go for archers when you do that. And it makes so much sense, right? You get the food bonus, the extra gather rate on hunting, and you get the Shrine of the Hunt inside your base. So why would you want to invest all your resources into something that costs wood and gold? And this is something that people were slow to pick up, that you can actually do that with Mina Katatomi. But here we are. Let's put the music on for a bit. That's why we see Mina Katatomi flourishing, even with Amaterasu, who really wants to go into Onimusha, Samurai, Naginata riders. So she likes the Archer God as well. But look at the Miko count. It's 2 early ones from Recon, potentially looking to add a 3rd when he goes for just before he goes for his classical age. I'm not gonna read comments, sorry, while I'm doing the cast. So ask any questions you have. Make sure to ask after the game or something. Meanwhile, Mosca, of course. Wait, I was gonna say, of course he's got 2 Mikos out, but he's only got 1. Isn't that super strange? Given that he's got access to Kagura, he's getting like a 4-minute advance. Surely you can do this while getting a 2nd Miko out. I don't know, I shouldn't question Mosca, but I'm almost certain that you should be able to get a similar advance to what he's doing with a much earlier Kagura, with an earlier Shrine out as well, and that's going to give you more favor to play with. But yeah, he's just not good. He just doesn't have it. In terms of relics, we see useless relic, we see more or less useless relic, and this relic is really good. 40% extra HP on walls, but this map is Elysium, very hard to wall here. This is something people in my chat are bugging me about. If I'm playing a map like Elysium and I'm getting raided a lot, they say you just gotta wall up. But what I'm telling my chat is that look at the amount of walls you need to get everything done. Mosca is trying, to his credit. Wall, and then he's making buildings. He's gonna need walls here. Wall, 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 and wall. It's a big endeavor to get everything walled off, and as such, you know, are you going to invest into those walls at all? Usually what good players like Mosca is going to do is he's just going to invest into small little walls right here, and then probably maybe, yeah, once again, small little walls. Well, big walls too. He is actually trying to wall everything in. Maybe my chat is not so dumb after all. Okay, that's interesting. I'll have to consider this. Anyways, we've got 3 Mikos out for Mosca now. The one he got free from Kagura, and then the third that trains faster as a result of Kagura. For Recon, he's not walled up. Look, Recon is doing exactly what I said. He's walling up whatever he can, means this area, and then this with the buildings. And over here, this is too big an endeavor for him. He's not opted for the walls over here. And this means that Recon is very susceptible on this gold mine, for example. And he is even susceptible up on this hunt spot. Arguably, a wall like this would have costed more and taken longer to set up, but it would have allowed this hunt spot to be better secured. Recon has also invested into 2 additional Kitsune. He's got the crushing waves as well. But Mosca has done such a good job of walling up. Still, look, guys, he's not got this wall up yet. He's done a really good job of walling up, but in order to wall up everything, including this area and over here, you're just putting so much time, energy, and resources into walling up. And it's really gonna slow down your start. So Mosca's not doing that just yet. He'll get there eventually, I'm sure. All he needs is 1 wall here, and he's gonna secure this area as well. But yeah, 2 very defensive players here. Recon only now getting the saltwater spring. Mosca already has it. The series score is 0-0. We just started. Still 3 Mikos. Here is that wall coming in from Mosca. Like you see, we're 6.5 minutes in, so now he's getting it. Needs a wall here, and then he can feel really safe and secure. What's nice when you have the when you have your whole base walled off, like Mosca will have very soon, is you can play some really aggressive. You can do some really aggressive plays, and you don't have to fear getting raided. Recon with a bit of a. He almost caught this villager off guard, but he sort of got afraid, I guess. I think he could have just continued the chase on this villager. Mosca doesn't have enough units to defend himself against this raid. Interesting matchup. I don't know which way it goes. Do you, Pegasus? My instinct tells me that Recon on Susanoo will get Bushido faster than Amaterasu because of myth units, granting passive Bushido. And that's gonna give him the earlier Bushido 2, Bushido 3, which might just be what decides this matchup. On the other hand, Mosca has got better access to Mikos, and we are looking at 2 versus 3 Miko count. So the favor generation is advantage Mosca. He's done such a good job with the walls as well. So I'd say the beginning kind of favors Mosca, but if we look at the Bushido meter, halfway there for Recon and barely even started for Mosca. So what I'm guessing is that Recon is going to just get a big ass army, slowly let this Bushido meter go up all by itself, and then when that is up to Bushido tier 2, he can look for a fight because he will have medium units, Mosca will have ordinary units. And yeah, we all know how that's gonna go. Another thing to consider is that Recon has access to the Crushing Waves technology, which makes his one Yudo a lot better. Gives them the 1 divine damage. Doesn't sound like much, but when you consider the 2.5 area of effect attack of these things, and maybe when you get like 6, 7 of them out, which is not at all unusual to get, then the crushing wave technology really matters a lot. But super passive game so far. Both players perfectly content, not doing anything. I guess they both have a good plan in their head of how they want this game to go, and that plan doesn't involve anything early. I think this is first blood. Yari Spearman dead for recon. What does a Yari Spearman cost? What is that? 80 resources, so small advantage for Mosca in that regard. If you look at the unit composition here, 8 Naginata Riders, 7 Yari Spearmen, only 9 Archers. For Mosca, he's got very similar, 12 Naginata Riders, only 4 Spearmen. So I guess in some sense that is recon advantage. The added Spearmen against 12 Cavalry, if there is to come one big fight, should go well for recon. Something might happen here. Small bit of an almost pincer here from Mosca. He's getting some damage dealt, but he doesn't go for the big engage. 5 Bushi on the side of Mosca. 5 Bushi on the side of recon. Is that just an agreement they make? Let's go make 5 Bushi and stop it there. Bushido tier now more than 75% in for recon. He's slowly healing up his units with the Miko. Still only sitting on 2. Does have the healing upgrade. Quite essential upgrade, no matter what when you're playing Japan. You can tend to forget it if you're not using it to pick up relics, but you need to get it. Yeah, Magic, this is the Throne of the Titans tournament, so actually an important game. Both of these players are contenders for the grand finals. 8 players are in this tournament, and only 2 will go on to the grand finals, so it's a very important series here. Okay, Mosca slowly pushing in. He's gotta be careful. Bushido is almost in for recon. He's gonna have access to not only medium units for free, he's also gonna get a bunch of extra favor, which he does hit right now. We'll see if he uses that favor for anything. Doesn't look like he's that interested in making a bunch of 1 Yudo. Maybe given the fact that Mosca is sitting on still 5 Bushido, or Bushi, and the 1 on Amusha. Nah, Mosca doesn't go for it. I think he saw the Bushido 2 come in, and then decided, nope, I don't want to fight that. Mosca's Bushido is getting there. What is this? 30-40% of the way or something like that? Not quite there. Recon is already pre-queued Raijin as well. And he's looking like he almost might get there soon. Looks like a nice raid here from Mosca. 6 Naginata Riders and the Kitsune is surely gonna get some damage dealt here. Even just forcing the idle time is huge in a clutch, tight game such as this one. Forcing the Kusanagi. No villager dead, but lots of idle time forced and forcing out the Kusanagi. It's a great value for Mosca here. Now he just needs to get out. Maybe potential for recon to... Nope, he doesn't have... He's got units over here. Oh my god, 1 villager dead for Mosca. Recon can kind of catch these units. Or sort of trap them in here. There's no way out for Mosca. So he does get 1 villager. He does force out a lot of idle time and the Kusanagi. But the price was steep. It's 2 Kitsune and 6 Naginata Riders. He's getting another villager kill here, which is nice to be sure. But we're getting to the stage now where these villager kills are potentially not that valuable. Because the game is slowly looking like it might just go down to 1 big fight. And then that's going to be really, really deciding. 5 Bushi, 1 on Amusha. Raijin about to hit for recon. He's only got 13 villages in gold and not enough gold to start the Raijin spam. So that's not an option for him, not right now at least. There's the Raijin in, and Hachiman is underway for Mosca, but it's only halfway there. So there's potential that Recon might just want to knock in this door. Use that Thunderburst right now. It's huge right here. The Thunderburst on top of the archers and the villagers. Mosca forced to respect it and just retreat from there. And he's gonna lose so much HP on his archers, his villagers, everything in the process. And right now, Mosca doesn't have access to any gold. So even though it looks like he kind of gets out scot-free here, in reality, let's take a look at Mosca's perspective here. This is not great. You know this from your own games. If you have 21 villagers sitting right here, well, he's actually gone on to straggler trees now just to give them something to do. But you can almost see it from Mosca's perspective. This is so chaotic. Such a chaotic situation for Mosca to be in. Finally hits Bushido tier 2. But look at Recon. He's more than halfway to Bushido tier 3. And I think at the end of the day, this is what matters so much for Recon. And the reason why he's perfectly content throughout this game not doing much is because he just gets this Bushido so much faster than Mosca. Looks like a small little Tengu raid here. But Mosca's not looking great here. He's not looking hot at all. Finally going out here. He doesn't have a Daimyo. He's full pop. And his Daimyo is not out. Meaning he cannot use his Shogun God power. Tengu with a nice little raid here. But this is where we want to look. Like I said, villager count doesn't matter too much. Here's the big fight. I think this could be a deciding fight. The one Yudo getting some nice burn damage down. There's only one of them though. Bushido tier 3 almost in for Recon. Does not want to force a fight before he gets it. He knows when he gets Bushido tier 3 he gets heavy units. He gets a certified shit ton of favor. And that's going to allow him to recast Kusanagi, recast Shrine of the Hunt, and then vitally Thunderburst once again. And I think he should just go for it now. It's gonna be so brutal. You know, all it takes is like half a second in a battle and then he can do it. You see it. Kusanagi. Are you gonna do it, Recon? There it is, Bushido tier 3. 184 favor in bank. He can definitely use Kusanagi and then follow it up with the Thunderburst. There's no reason not to do it. Kusanagi on the back line of the archers. Huge damage. Huge spread. Doesn't use the Thunderburst, but look, the castle is being built by Mosca. Surely you cast it now. No, he spent favor on I don't even know what. Huge mistake from Recon. He wasted favor on something, and I don't know what. I don't even see it in the queue. I think he got an additional Raiju out, and as a result, he didn't have Thunderburst ready there. That was a game-winning Thunderburst. Could turn out that he doesn't need it at all, but let's see it. One Yudo is in. We see 3 Raiju and 5 Naginata Riders. They can slowly take down this castle, but it's not fast at all. Shogun is getting a lot of damage dealt onto these Raiju over here. Recon, I gotta say, that's a mess up, isn't it? Didn't have the Thunderburst when he needed it the most. Soon enough, he'll be able to recast Kusanagi for 35 favor, and that's going to reduce the cost of Thunderburst even more. But still, it's a struggle for him. Bushido tier 3 is in for Mosca as well. And, you know, Mosca's looking like he might actually be in a decent spot after this small bit of action. The castle here, 300 HP, desperately trying to heal it back up. It does look like, with the one Yudo here constantly hitting at the castle, it will eventually fall down. Military, 3,000 to 1,700. Recon definitely ahead here. And while that's happening, he's 40% towards Bushido tier 3. So that's another big power spike that he's going to get a lot sooner than Mosca. 3 heavy Naginata Riders going out here just to see, is Recon up here hunting, mining gold, building a town center. Lots of good stuff to be had up here for Recon, but it does seem like both of these players are just heavily invested in this area right now. Recon has got himself walls set up over here, so this raid shouldn't hurt him too much. Although Mosca comes in the nick of time. Wait, that wall just wasn't finished. 3 heavy Naginata Riders are so good at raiding. Very, very chunky units. The town center will deal damage to them, but not that much. The Oyumi is in for recon. I don't think he needed that. Like, he did take down the castle, and right now this is just a 2.4 speed unit that is slowing down Recon's army. I don't think it does much. It does maybe prevent a new castle from being built. Bushido, tier 3, almost halfway there for Recon. How many myth units? He's got 4 Raiju, 1 Wanyudo sitting down there, and that means that he's getting some Bushido passive generation here, but it's gonna take a while if he doesn't fight. So probably will be looking for something to do with them. So many walls being built here. Guys, walls are so good. You got a wall when you're playing Age of Mythology. And probably when you got this many walls, it's time to get Stone Wall. The most cringe what's it called? Cringe technology in the game, but you gotta get it. When you're playing tournament games, there's no excuses. Get that Stone Wall upgrade. Well, first, Recon actually going for Watatsumi. So maybe this is one of the reasons we didn't see Recon going for that many God Power resets, is because once he gets Watatsumi, he can use that Typhoon and then follow it up with Kusanagi, follow it up with Shrine of the Hunt, and then Thunderburst. And before you know it, he's got access to a secondary Typhoon. It's the kind of thing you can do when you're getting a fast mythic like Recon is doing here. Relatively fast mythic, I guess. Huge Naginata Rider raid here, just the one. But I think that one Naginata Rider going to be able to kill a bunch of villagers before this town center goes up. Over here, Moscow with a nice raid as well. But Recon's units are there. Ooh, over here, forcing out the Solar Shield on a villager. Not what we want to use it on. Like, Solar Shield at this stage in the game? Ha! Moscow just deleted these units. He didn't want to give the Bushido. But yeah, Solar Shield at this stage in the game, you really want to use it in a big fight. If you have a target, if you have a unit, myth unit, frontline myth unit that's being targeted down, then use Solar Shield. That's really the best value at this stage in the game. But of course, getting that town center up without losing too many vills, also very, very good. I did say these relics were kind of more or less useless, but look! Trojan Gate Hinge! Wall plus 40% hit points recon. Can you grab that relic? It's like the best relic in the game you could ask for at this stage in the game. I don't think you can ask for a better relic than this one. Villager differential 76 to 51. I don't even know where that came from. Both? No, wait, it's gotta be this town center. But it's a siege off at this stage. Moscow loves doing this. He's got 5 Mikos there protecting the Oyumi, so if Recon were to take the siege fight, he would get out-healed by these Mikos so fast. It's the kind of play you can make with Amaterasu really easily because of the Kagura technology. And there's the... oh my god, wrong order, Recon. He does Kusanagi into Typhoon. Means that Typhoon is 350 recast. It could have been a lot less than that, but whatever. Looked like a pretty good Typhoon. He's now going to go for the castle. Moscow probably gonna go out. Needs to defend this castle if at all possible. It does seem really, really hard for him. It is a big advantage for Recon right now. Bitter military. He's in the Mythic Age. He's got his myth units out. Almost 3/4 way there for Bushido tier 4. And with that, Recon takes it. I really think this matchup comes down to the Bushido passive generation. With that in mind, is there ever a play where Amaterasu, you know, how does she get Bushido? She gets it from... where do you see it? Samurai and Onimusha regenerate half a hit point. Oh, here it is. Samurai and Onimusha earns 300% more XP outside of combat. Is there a world where in this particular matchup you go for like, I don't know, 5 Onimusha, 5 Samurai, and then everything else? Because falling behind in Bushido like this doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. Either way, well played to Recon. He knew exactly what he wanted, and that was a slow passive game into mid-game terror with all the god powers and all the Bushido stuff that he's got to his that he can do. So that's game number 1. It's 1-0 for Recon. Who's best Norse right now, and why is it Loki? I think all Norse are good. Maybe Frey isn't that good compared to the others. That's definitely possible. So we're just looking at Motaba's stream here. He's got the nice overlay, as you can see here. So you can see what God's pick ban is looking like for these two players. So that was Elysium. Mosca actually going with his 4th pick here on Elysium. He's picked Loki. Mosca has picked Loki. These two players, I don't think they prefer Norse much at all. But Mosca has picked Loki. I really hope we get to see him play it. I'm sure he can do really well with it. Why isn't Frey that good anymore? He's just slow. He's been nerfed a ton with like his god powers and his technologies and everything that makes him good. It's just been nerfed. And I don't know, maybe people have caught up on how to play against Frey a bit more than they did in the beginning. I think that's also a possibility. But this is an interesting draft. Recon going with the Kronos for Mirage. And then Mosca has got access to either Loki or Hades. Probably going to be a Hades pick on Mirage from him. And then Tsukuyomi, it's got to be for Ghost Lake. So Tsukuyomi or Loki for Ghost Lake, and then Hades for Mirage is what I reckon. Recon with the Gaia pick as well. I think that Gaia pick is not because he wants to play it himself. I think it's because he wants to deny it from Mosca. Because Gaia is an exceptional pick against Kronos on Mirage. And that means on Ghost Lake, Recon picks Isis. Mosca surely should have, like with the way that Recon drafted here, Kronos, Gaia, with Mirage picked. I'm sure Mosca knew exactly what was coming here, which was Isis. And that gave Mosca the option here to counterpick Isis as well as he can with Tsukuyomi, Loki, Hades available. And he says, I want Tsukuyomi then against Isis on Ghost Lake. So that also means on Mirage, it's surely going to be Kronos versus Hades if we get there. First, Mosca has to win Tsukuyomi versus Isis. It's not a terribly easy matchup for him. I don't think so. I think it's probably... Isis gotta be one of the better picks against Tsukuyomi. What you can do with Isis is you can be sitting on one town center perfectly fine and always have the threat of going fast Thoth. And if you get to Valley of the Kings early on, that's really, really hard to deal with for Tsukuyomi. Oh, do we have did the game start already? If anyone has the URL, I'd love to have it. Ah, Einherjar, bless you. How'd you find it? I couldn't find it on AOM stats. Oh yeah, maybe I just haven't seen that. All right, we're back. Watching Recon on Isis versus Mosca on Tsukuyomi. And I want to see what Recon does here in terms of build order. He is a big proponent of the 3 villagers on food into 5 on gold. And the idea is you want to do that in order to get a really fast Flood of the Nile while still being able to get a bunch of obelisks out. I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to be seeing here. Empowering the monument, and then every time these villagers goes to 15 food, he'll be swapping over to the granary and then back onto the monument to villagers. It's a very micro-intensive build to make, but it's super potent. You see it right here. Pharaoh on top of the granary, and then back onto the monument. Mosca, meanwhile, he's got just the 1 Miko. So I know Mosca likes to go for the early advances with Tsukuyomi. Not getting, like you can do Tsukuyomi where you get 3 Mikos out in the Achaia Gauge. I think that's definitely viable in many matchups, but I know that Mosca likes just doing the super fast advances, getting out the Naginata Riders, getting out 1 or 2 Bushi, so you don't get overwhelmed by an early Anubite or anything like that. And it's just a nice, safe way of playing Tsukuyomi. You can always add new Mikos, let's say 7 or 8 minutes into the game. And it actually nets you so many more regular resources when you do that. Because you don't have idle time, or you don't spend TC time on producing Mikos. Instead you just get villagers, which gives you more resources, needless to say. Look at the scouting here from Mosca. The goat scouting. Really, really well done. He even finds new goats when he does this. He's only got the Kitsune to deal with otherwise, so like there's not that much microing to do when you're playing Japan early on, so doing this kind of goat scouting actually makes a lot of sense. For Recon, he's now got 5 on gold and he started to send villagers onto food. Already now with, let me just swap the UI around, the Flood of the Nile, so he's getting 1 food per second now as a result of having that technology. And I guess once that technology is in, Recon doesn't want to do the swapping back and forth on the monument anymore. It's just too much of a hassle, and if you ever miss a drop with a Pharaoh on the monument instead of the granary, it's actually going to cost you a lot of resources. And maybe that's going to cost you some time before you get to Classical Age, so doesn't want to bother with it. In terms of relics, we see, Rhea's Crown, cheaper town centers. It sounds good on paper, but in reality, I find that the resources you actually save with this relic is very minuscule. I don't like it that much at all. He's got the chocolate. Human soldiers plus 4% HP. This is a great relic. One of the best relics in the game, actually. From the Aztec DLC. And then also, once again, Trojan Gate Henge. These 2 players, very defensive minded. They should pick it up. And Uller's Bow. Once again, another really, really good relic. I don't know. These 2 gods usually don't build too many archers against each other. But it's still a great relic. Chariot archers, horse riders, you know. Getting that +1 range is really, really good. Yeah, horse archers, you're right. Probably horse archers is good for that. But so far, neither player actually going for any relics. Even Recon with the priest right next to the chocolate. Crazy. Mosca going for a 2 TC boom. It's the 2 gold mine variation of Ghost Lake, which means that there is so much gold available. And that also means that Mosca's just actually fine going for a 2 TC boom. Recon knows this though. Recon knows it because of this obelisk. And it'll be interesting to see what he does sort of as a reaction to this then. He's gone up through best, and this could actually mean that Recon will just stay one town center, get fast Nephthys, and then build a Migdal and a Siege Works over here and just go balls to the wall. 1 TC aggression. Because the Japan 2 TC boom is notoriously slow to get started. And the ISIS 1 TC fast heroic is notoriously quick to get started. So I think what Recon does with the knowledge of Mosca going 2 TC here, he's just going 1 TC. Fast heroic aggression. Getting that Sacred Cats in, only 50 gold, definitely worth it. And you see he's got 800 food. Already now he could swap everything except for maybe 2 villagers over onto gold, then cast Prosperity, and then by the time Prosperity ends, he'll be halfway to heroic, and he can already send those villagers over here and start building the Migdal. The line is there. Maybe sell 100 food for the gold here. I really think this fast heroic is going to pay off for Recon. Sphinx is outrating. We want to see this game from Recon's perspective. This is going to be the most interesting. Because Mosca is just booming right now. And he's on the defense. All the pressure is on Recon to do something now. And Recon knows it. I don't know if Mosca is fully aware of it. I think he is. He's got the Kitsune out scouting. He knows that this TC is not grabbed. This one is not grabbed. And as such, both players should know what's about to happen. And that is Recon going giga aggressive very, very soon. There is the Prosperity. 45 seconds. Does mean that by the time Heroic Age comes in, I think there's still some time left in the Prosperity. It's going to be slightly awkward for Recon. He needs to figure out what to do then. I thought it was going to be like a forward Migdal, but maybe that's just me. Probably too aggressive a play, if we're being honest. He's got the barracks down, just making spearmen to get some extra units out before hitting that Heroic Age. It is nice for securing you get the Migdal down in a good spot and just asserting some extra pressure early on as well. But Recon is, there it is, the Heroic Age. Prosperity, not quite finished, but he still just goes for the Migdal. Knows he needs that up as soon as possible. I reckon we're gonna see camels coming out of here. Probably elephants would be a cool play, but they're just way too slow. So given that it's a back Migdal, it's gotta be Pteridine. No, wait, camels. Pure camels, actually. Because there's 0 wood. 0 villagers on wood for Recon. Mosca hunting forward over here. Spearman and Priest actually gonna be enough to force Mosca to get away from this location, I think. Gotta be careful with those Spearmen. The Jorogumo will throw them in the air and kill them. Mosca actually still hunting here. The 2 Heroic Age Priests are actually quite potent at dealing with a Classical Age Myth unit like the Jorogumo. And Recon still playing quite calmly, I would say. Just making camel riders. Making houses. He was actually lacking houses. That's maybe why it's looking like he's so chill. It's because he didn't have enough population to use all his resources. No siege works down either, so we're not going to be seeing any siege towers. All in all, this does mean that Mosca can feel a bit more safe and secure. Doesn't have to fear buildings going down anytime soon anyways. The Ancestors Eclipse maybe potentially can take down the second TC, but then if the Ancestors are just taking down the TC duty, is that really too bad for Mosca? I don't think so. Mosca is up by 20 villagers almost. The pressure's really on Recon right now. 9 minutes in and he's still not really gone for anything big. 7 camel riders now. Looking over here for some damage dealt. Dude, I would have loved to seen a siege tower or 2. Just to get some of that pressure that they are able to provide. You could have even built a siege work here and it'll be alright. Still no Ancestors Eclipse used. There's gotta... Recon, you gotta do something soon, man. 26 to 46 villagers. It just means that Moscow's getting almost double the amount of resources that Recon is every second. Finally, there we see Ancestors Eclipse, and there's 4 Bushi, Swampland being used, even New Moon being used on probably the Armory. Yeah, it's gotta be the Armory, right? Let's use New Moon on. Either way, it's a big Ancestors Eclipse as expected from Recon, but the Swampland looked really, really strong too. The Ancestors are here for Recon, but not much else. 6 camels, 2 spearmen, 4 priests. It's not even that much. 22 seconds remaining off the Ancestors. It does look like Mosca has survived this fairly well. 50 villagers versus 28, so he hasn't lost many villagers at least. And the Ancestors are slowly dying off here. All the 5 Bushi right next to the town center able to easily, well, rather easily, deal with the Ancestors Eclipse here. Dude. 10-minute Ancestors Eclipse, and all Recon had was Camel Riders and Spearmen. I don't think that's enough. Oh! Dude, when you use New Moon on the Armory, you get Ballistics in Classical Age now. Completely missed that. So the New Moon was used on the Armory, and for it he got, I think it must have been Copper Weapons and one of these two, and Ballistics. So the Classical Age New Moon has actually been significantly buffed for Tsukuyomi while doing this kind of playstyle that we see Mosca doing here. So Ballistics cost 300 resources and regular Armory upgrades only cost 150 resources, and with New Moon you get the most expensive ones, which is why you get Ballistics then. So when you have all these bushes, that really matters a lot. Dude, Mosca has defended himself so well here. I don't know what Recon's plan was. I really wish he would have gone for a more aggressive play like the one I suggested. Forward Migdal, why not? Mosca was not prepared for it at like 7 minutes. Or whatever the time was when Recon hit Heroic Age. Still just camels being built here from Recon. Obviously that is the best unit you can make. Because they're so mobile, they are amazing against the Naginata Riders. Even with the Sashimoni Bannermen, the camels are definitely good. They have a double multiplier versus cavalry. And now we see the forward Migdal. But with 12 minutes in, the villager discrepancy is 58 versus 36. Plus 25 almost for Mosca. And the Migdal has no chance of going up because right now, the army for Mosca is not bigger, but almost. And Recon's army was kind of out of... Bruh, what is Recon doing? 3 camels here, a camel there, 2 spearmen there. Had they been in position over here, I think he could have been able to get that Migdal up. There's a siege work. So Recon definitely realizing that he needs to put on the pressure in terms of taking down buildings now. And for that, he's gonna need siege towers. Only got 2 villages on wood. Sitting on 95 wood currently, and that's not good enough. Could, of course, buy 100 wood, but then he'd need to sell some food as well. Recon's economy, in short, is looking quite weak right now. 25 camels is a lot. 25 camels with the heavy cavalry upgrade. It's definitely enough to win this kind of fight, I believe. Mosca is sitting on 9 Yari Spearmen. Can be a bit difficult to see how many there are in a small fight like this. But the Yari Spearmen will be good against the cavalry, but 8, 9 is not enough. As you see, the camels are very, very good units. These are only medium Yari Spearmen with all the armory upgrades, though, keep in mind. Pharaoh is in, and the Pharaoh is being targeted down by the archers with the ballistics. But the camels are actually doing a heck of a job here for Recon. They're mowing right through Mosca's army, but now Bushido tier 3 is in. And that's gonna make things so hard for Recon. 42 to 70 villagers with 3 heavy units in for Mosca. It means not only does Mosca have a natural economic advantage just due to 2 TC booming, but he's also got an economic advantage in terms of getting free medium, free heavy units, and even some extra bonuses on top of these Naginata riders, just from being Tsukuyomi. The forward temple in from Recon, wonder what that's for. Maybe priests, because he's got the... No, he doesn't have the cheaper priests. We got the forward siege works. I liked that play from Recon, but the economy is just not there to support siege towers for Recon. So, my god. Yari Spearmen, Naginata Riders, Archers in the back. You're not gonna beat this if you're Recon. There's such a good amount of Yari Spearmen now in for Mosca. 29 of them, are you kidding me? 2 Naginata Riders wreaking havoc over here. I talked about this last game. Once you get heavy units with Naginata Riders, they're so fearsome. The villages cannot, well, they can fight back, but they lose a lot in the process. Mosca is cruising towards victory here. 41 villages versus 79. And there's farms established for Mosca as well. Doesn't have to fear running out of food anytime soon. In terms of gold, there's 800 remaining here. And there's 6,000 remaining up here. So all Mosca needs to do now is secure this gold mine. And I don't know what he has to fear after that. Can even slowly start establishing a trade route, it seems. I don't know if it's necessary, but... if you have such an economic advantage as what Mosca has right now, you can do pretty much whatever your heart desires. How many upgrades does the camels have? I don't think that many. It's got heavy and the initial armory upgrades, and then funeral rites for good measure. And the chocolate. Hachiman in for Mosca. Recon, not going Mythic Age anytime soon. He's adding X-Men because he wants to take down the Yari Spearmen with those. But with the Shogun coming in as well, he's going to be soaking up so much of that X-Men and the camel damage. These are double counter units, keep that in mind. So Shogun is not a natural type of unit of any sort, so he's going to be soaking up so much of that damage if he gets in there. Townsend to grab in from Mosca, and there's a big fight. It's going to be the deciding fight. Bah. We all knew which way that was going. GG well played to Mosca. Recon, I think, simply not aggressive enough early on. He needed siege towers out, or he needed a super forward Migdal. I think the way that he played right here, just not asserting enough pressure. So that does take us out to what I imagine is going to be a Kronos versus Gaia on Mirage. Einherjib, MVP, God bless ya. Are we in already? We are. 2 minutes and then we'll get started. Since once again, this is from Motaba's perspective. If you want his commentary, you can go to his channel. On Twitch, not on YouTube. But yeah, the timer that Recon was on, he is on a timer. And then just producing regular units, Camel Spearmen, versus double Goldmine, Ghost Lake, Tsukuyomi. Nah, it's not good enough. Sadfat would have done some shenanigans there. Well, he would have shifted Sands into Migdal Stronghold, but obviously that's not available for Isis, but... Why Gaia on Mirage? The reason is because Mosca knows with near certainty that Recon is going to go for Kronos, and it just so happens that the Kronos-Gaia matchup kind of favors the Gaia player. Oh, Recon picked Gaia. So the reason Recon picked it is so that Mosca didn't pick it. Recon is playing Kronos here, trust me. Recon is going to pick Kronos here. And then Gaia is simply there, just so Mosca doesn't play it. But the reason Gaia is good against it, against Kronos, is because he can advance at the same time. And she's got Gaia Forest available, which is good for defending. And she's got Caladria, which is good for defense. She's got the Economic Guild, which makes her economy so much better than the Kronos. Yeah, Caladria can heal the ships as well, that's true. You get the Servant. Anyways, we're in. And it's going to be, obviously, Kronos for Recon. And I just have to pause the game for a bit. And it's going to be Mosca playing on Loki. Dude, this is such a brutal matchup for Loki. And the reason is, you don't know if you can get away with building a dock or not. Let's look at this from Mosca's perspective. I just want to show you guys how brutal this matchup can be. I don't know what Mosca is doing here even. He's getting some wood, 40 wood, and then going over onto gold. Maybe Mosca's being smart here. He wants... So what Mosca's doing here is he's building the dock and he wants Recon to deconstruct it, maybe, and then he's gonna go for some kind of rush. Very interesting what Mosca is doing. He is getting the fishing boats out. I wonder if that's a mistake even. He's gonna get the fishing boats out, but that also means that now he has to rebuild the dock. So one fishing boat out, and now Recon comes in, he's gonna deconstruct the dock. So now Mosca's sitting here with one fishing boat, unable to do anything. And now the Berserk has to build a new dock. And behind this, Recon is fishing. If Recon had just gone for a 3-minute advance, it would have been GG right then and there. But he didn't do that. That's still fine. But Recon, it's got 3 fishing boats, and he's producing his 4th currently. Mosca, meanwhile, he's got 1. And he's only now building his dock. So Mosca's just so incredibly far behind. And he's even forced to put his dwarf onto gold now. Or onto wood. It is so brutal for Mosca right now. Dude, I thought Mosca was a genius. I thought Mosca had some sort of build where he built the dock and then baited Recon to deconstruct the dock and then maybe do some form of rush behind it or something. But instead what we're getting is a giga scoffed Archaic Age here. Temple now being built for Mosca, but behind it he's got 2 fishing boats. Got 5 villages on wood here and 6 on food. Even when the temple is up, I think even then Mosca will struggle to get to the classical age. I really thought Mosca was a genius there. I don't think what he's doing here is gonna work. He is so far behind of Recon, and the worst part is Recon can rush him at 4 minutes and 10 seconds or something like that. And there's gonna be deconstruct available again for him. How do you defend yourself against it? You're so far behind. You're on your back foot the entire game. And I think at least if you didn't rebuild the dock, if you hadn't invested into fishing ships, I think at least maybe he could have made something work with an ultra aggressive land play or something. Can you timeshift the dock? Yes, you can. And timeshift has been changed recently where it takes 40 seconds for the temple to get time shifted, but then in return you can actually time shift 2 buildings at once. And Recon is so bad at the Archaic Age, I can't believe it. He's had like 20 seconds of idle time on the TC. He's advancing 20 seconds later than he should be. It's crazy. But yeah, he's time shifting the temple now, and now he's getting his 2nd dock, and he'll be time shifting the dock. Meanwhile, time shifting the temple. And so Mosca, he is... Dude, the Classical Age timing is more or less the same. By being used on the wood chopper over here. Berserk just getting a nice glance of what the base is looking like. Now sees the dock and the temple being time shifted. He knows what's up. Sees it over here as well. But when all is said and done, 425. This is actually a really good Classical Age advance for Mosca, considering the circumstances. Love that Valor from Recon on the Oracle. Allows him to actually chase off that initial Herser here. And the Byreme is being produced from Recon. Oh my god. Persane? Are you kidding me, Mosca? You're getting Persane right now? That's 300 resources. Over here, one Herser takes down 2 Prometheans. Dude, did we get Persane? No way! Dude, what are you doing, Mosca? 300 resources for that Persane. Obviously, the dog is just gonna get deconstructed. Now, Mosca is sitting on 9 fishing boats. That's 450 resources plus 300 for the Persane. That's 750 resources that he's about to lose right here. Potentially, let's see it. For Recon, he's got 1 counter barracks sitting in his base. Wait, military barracks. He's just denying this dock here from being built. Just denying the dock like that. 4 boats now out for Recon. There's no way. No way that Mosca rebuilds this dock. And it's bye-bye to that entire investment. To be fair, I guess this dock cost 125 resources. 4 boats cost... Whoa, 5 boats cost 750 resources. So all in all, Recon spent as many resources on denying this as Mosca did in building it. But then on the flip side, you know, over here, Recon has got 9 fishing boats with Persane and Mosca doesn't. So let's look at Mosca again. He's got 7 villagers on hunt. Oh my god, he's got 14 villagers on food right now. Desperate for food right now. 2 on wood. 6 on gold, and he's producing more dwarves onto gold. 1 of each building, so you can make raiding cavalry, throwing axemen, hearses, whatever is needed. I think the spy is actually coming in clutch now. He sees exactly what Recon is building, but is it enough? He's just so far behind. Yo, Recon is building 3 fishing boats for fishing as well. So he's got 12 fishing boats in total now. What's the best response here? Second TC? What do you mean? For who, Oneros? I think what Recon is doing is exactly right. Wow, the dog actually got up here. Crazy. Yeah, he's stealing the fish as well. It's so sick. More dogs coming in for Mosca. He really wants to fight back here. I don't think that's the right thing to do. Because while he's trying to get back on water, Recon has built himself a nice land army. And now this spot is extremely susceptible. Pegasus says, I'll just bite the bullet and open double dock. But the issue then, Pegasus, is if Recon goes 3-minute advance, it's game over right there. Nothing to play for. You just lost the game. And here we go. Valor used on the Murmillo instead of the Cairo Ballista. Kind of unorthodox, I think. But it makes sense because the Murmillo has such an easy time chasing down the troll. Although Valor, imagine it right there, would have been really big. Yeah, it's a gamble, Pegasus, because this matchup is so bad for Norse against Kronos. Best you can do is gamble. So, with that in mind, maybe not a bad idea you propose. Comment in chat, docks shouldn't be deconstructible in my opinion. There's an argument for that, for sure. And it's just Recon getting massive value over here. He's invested so much into it though. I would say too much. 8 fishing boats, that's gotta be excessive. And actually Mosca fighting back on land. How crazy is that? Einhorjip says the issue is Mirage, to be honest, it's not as big on other water maps. It's not really true though. Anatolia, Budapest, Mediterranean, it's the same. Same story. It's not just Mirage. Yeah, it could be that Recon is just confident that if he secures this pond with his boats, he's gonna be able to just take the win from there. Nice little fight over here. One Herser going down. We see both Hall of Thanes and Ice in the Forest in for Mosca, so he's giving it his all. He's getting all the things done that you need. Meaning you need Hersers, you need Throwing Axemen with all the prerequisite upgrades. But if you don't have a fishing economy and your opponent has 12 Persane fishing boats, it's just such an uphill battle. On top of that, 32 villages versus 42. And I wonder, there's even 4 citizen heroes in. No Theft of Fire just yet for Recon. But he's already sort of prepared the Theft of Fire. Whoa, look at this raid. Really good Valkyrie spawn. Unfortunately, doesn't get a single citizen in the process. But it's a good attempt here from Mosca. Over here, an Oracle is dying to the Herser. So lots of good stuff here from Mosca. 1 citizen dead. Nice. Recon's just so far ahead. And it's all based on economy. It's not because of military, the skirmishes, this, that, or the other. It's simply due to having a much, much better economy. And I think Recon knows this. Recon right now is glancing at the top right corner, and he sees how far ahead he is in score. And he says, alright, if I can just secure this area, spam units on top of this place where I'm vulnerable, and then he should be fine. So he's gonna get these walls up. He has his units located nice and defensively here. He's got so much military. 4,400 versus 2,200. And Recon is the one playing defense. Meanwhile, Bragi coming in from Mosca. So this is looking like more or less of an all-in from Mosca. One thing you can do here is Loki. Especially when you have dwarves located like this. He's got plenty of gold. One thing I would love to see Mosca do is prepare for a Berserknarok. Meaning, you get yourself 300 food, and then you can convert all of these dwarves into Berserks, use flaming weapons, and follow up with battle boars as well. And that's going to be like one final attempt at getting something done here. Because Mosca, believe me, Mosca is not going to win the long game here. He's so far behind in economy. And in order to get something done here, he needs a miracle. And I think a Berserknarok with these 15 dwarves, he's got plenty of gold in bank. That would be such a sick play. I don't know if Mosca's going to do it. I don't think he's the most experienced Loki player, unfortunately for him. I don't think he's really considering it. He is off through Bragi, so he can go for both Dwarven Breastplate and Call of Valhalla. That would give him insanely good, really good Berserks. And then, you know, potentially 19 Berserks sitting here just waiting to get converted. Playan, welcome, welcome. Nice to have you here. Live and in person. We're watching Recon versus Mosca. Score is 1-1 in the Throne of the Titans tournament. Such an important series here. Both of these are contenders to take the top spots. And right now, Recon is definitely in the driver's seat. Mosca just trying to figure out, what do we do here? Nice little boar raid. Can do that. Forcing out 2 Hero Murmillos. Probably would have needed that anyways, but... okay. Dude, Mosca is looking kind of alright. I think he can do something soon, but look, Recon, holy shit. Mosca's looking alright, but Recon is looking golden. Orichalcum Mail, Heavy Infantry, Salt Amphora. He's taking down the TC, wow. Well done to Mosca. 56 to 41 villages is not too bad. When you forget about the fishing situation, of course. Was that a trade? Yeah. A trade on top of the battle boar and then just letting it die. That's a questionable thing to do. Yo, Recon. with the temple over here, now taking down the temple with the behemoths. But those two behemoths are going to go into the Byreme. The Byreme functions as a transport boat with 5 spots available. Such a nice play from Recon. Oh my god, but he can't lose this. So close. So close to losing that boat and the 2 behemoths in the process. Mosca's playing so patiently though. Yo, Kraken can take care of this Byreme. Doesn't do it though. Actually, Kraken coming in here is nice. I think Recon is gonna be forced to invest into a Nereid if he wants to take care of this Kraken. I don't think the 4 Byremes is gonna be enough. 5 Byremes, who knows. In terms of military, Recon is sitting at 30 infantry, 10 archers and 2 behemoths over here. He's trying now to rebuild this town center. I wonder, is it needed?
Yo.
Mosca's getting a good army now. He's got Hoscals, 23 throwing axemen, 3 myth units here, flaming weapons available. He's still not doing a Berserk Narok. Draugr spawn, not what he was hoping for. Iron Harry would have gone so hard here. Or a Mountain Giant, can you imagine? Needs to get these throwing axemen on top of the Mamillos. That's a no-brainer. But I guess Mosca is waiting for full population. If Mosca can get full population and then, please, can we see it? The Berserk Narok, it's gonna be so good. Trust me, Mosca. Recon playing insanely patiently here. And I wonder, is it too patient? There's the Nereid I was talking about. Takes quick care of that Kraken. If Mosca had a portable ram here, he could have definitely gone for the palace with the flaming weapons. Something you gotta consider when you do flaming weapons attack is have some siege nearby, because otherwise your opponent will be able to just flee from the location, and then if you don't have any siege weapon, then you're not gonna be able to even take down buildings either. So something I would love to see here from Mosca is a portable ram or 2. But as this game is progressing, you see Mosca is sitting on 51 villagers versus 54. The economic lead that Recon has is dwindling. Which is crazy to consider, but it is. And all of these infantry units that Recon has here, they're gonna die to the throwing axemen with ease. These are newly buffed throwing axemen, keep that in mind. Has a 4 multiplier versus infantry, and when you're playing Loki, that's a 4.4 multiplier. So all of these 21 throwing axemen will make quick work of all that infantry. It's a genius trader on top of the battle boar. Portable ram goes down as well, and the palace is staying alive fairly well right here. Terma is trying to make the throwing axemen numbers dwindle, but all in all, not the worst trade from Mosca given the circumstances. Over here, dude, the behemoths are staying alive. I think Mosca kind of forgot about them, as did I. And there's 11 Mamillos in here as well. We finally saw a villager conversion to Berserks, but it's not gonna save the town center. In fact, I don't think these villagers are the Berserks are gonna stay alive through this. He doesn't have the unique technologies either. Hey, John Arbiter, thank you so much for the raid. We're watching the last game of the Throne of the Titans. This is live, by the way. The last game of the Throne of the Titans tournament. And Recon had such an amazing start here. An unbelievable start. But somehow, Mosca is staying alive in this game. And the score is definitely favoring Recon, as you can see. But I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure it's that big. Dude, what did I miss? On water? Mosca has taken control of the water with 4 Dreki over here, and Recon, as a response, has garrisoned his fishing boats. And over here, once again, Recon building a town center but getting denied, and now the palace is under attack from a battle boar, there's a portable ram coming, and flaming weapons is still available. Military numbers are dwindling for Mosca. That's a nice rock giant spawn. It's gonna be huge. You need to micro that. You could have done that a lot sooner, but there we go. Taunting all those infantry units and allowing the throwing axemen to deal so much damage in the process. Dude, Mosca is doing it. Second town center finally in for Recon over here. Dude, Recon is losing the temple. He's lost his fish economy. He is over here with 3 fishing boats for what it's worth, but Mosca still with flaming weapons available. Mosca with, well, only 43 to 60 villages because of the Berserk conversions that he did. So there is an economic lead in for Recon to be sure. But Mosca is getting to the point now where he's got so many upgrades. Heavy infantry, lots of armory upgrades, and he's getting this rock giant, so he can even take down buildings as well. Recon is playing so passively, so patiently throughout this game, and I think it's doing him no good, to be honest. Mosca is getting so much damage dealt. Dreki now slowly dying to the bireams, which means Recon does get his fish economy back. There's a trader on the rock giant that's huge for Recon. Lots of archers to take care of the throwing X-Men mass. And that rock giant is a big fat trader, and that allows Recon to rebuild this town center now. So this is so good for Recon. He did force out the Berserk conversion over on this location earlier. He took down the TC, and it's only now that Mosca is rebuilding it. So that little attack that we saw earlier is the reason why the villager discrepancy is looking like this. And I think that's what's saving Recon right now. The danger is nowhere near over, but it does slowly seem as if Recon is in a good spot again. Dude, that rock giant special is so good. Recon is throwing? He is. He is. But he's still ahead, I think. Mosca, only 44 villagers. Got 2 town centers, though. Did go for Seti, so there's no Rixthula to catch up with villager numbers either. And Mosca is falling behind in military. Look at that, 3,700 versus 5,100. Huge deconstruct on this hill fort. Recon gonna just trample through right here. And 19 throwing axemen, 8 melee infantry is not good enough against the army that Recon has got here. Such a good mixed army from Recon here, and even the 7 medium heavy Terma here are very, very good at targeting down the throwing axemen backline. I think Recon might be able to take it now. He will not be able to dive the towers and the town center. Over here, Mosca's attacking the wall, but it's just a wall, and meanwhile the Kontaris are going to town on the Berserks. Recon going for this town center now. No flaming weapons, you're right. Where is the flaming weapons? Oh my god. Mosca did such a nice comeback in this game. But the maneuver over here with the Behemoths and the 11 Murmillos was really big for Recon. And it really just slowed down Mosca too much. 76 to 38 villages right now. No fishing boat economy for Mosca either. And we're looking at 10 fishing boats for Recon. Another trader? I missed it wherever it was. Oh, just a Valor. Never mind. Yo, Mosca fighting back. Mosca's got himself Herdman. Don't have the Bragi upgrade, but he can still take down the Kontaris with the Herdman. They're just really, really good units. 4.4 multiplier. This fight is looking like it's going to be good for Mosca. The Termas are out of position, not killing the Throwing Axemen, which they are now. That's going to make things harder for Mosca. Flaming weapon still available. Yeah, Berserk Narok. You got... Recon sitting on 3 town centers now with that fortified TC in as well. 235 potential population. Almost there. Sitting at 200 currently. See it from Mosca. I think Mosca is really falling behind. He did win that one small little fight over there, but his economy is so far behind. He's half of the villager numbers of Recon. He's got 0 fishing boats versus 10. So Mosca's just not in it anymore. He's just not in it. He's run out of, I think, ideas right now. Got 7 villagers on food, sitting at 5 food currently.
Tilbúin.
Ah, poor Mosca. This is such a difficult matchup, but he really, really put a fight in here. He was looking so good, but the big attack with the Behemoth and the Murmillos, that was it. That was sort of the one thing that Mosca could not recover from. Forced to convert villagers into berserks just to defend it, and then all that time without that hometown center in just meant that he fell way, way, way too far behind in economy. And then being unable to get any significant damage done on offense, meanwhile, yeah, that's just meant that Mosca is so far behind right now. 3 battle boars, but there's so many heroes in for recon. Sitting at 10 heroes. It's gonna be more than enough to deal with these battle boys. What a nice attempt from Mosca here. Dude, that was so sick from Mosca. How did he do this? I mean, he didn't do it after all, but he really made a game out of this. That was insane. 4 town centers now for recon. 260 population versus 190. And I think finally, I'm with recon now. Now recon is in a spot where he can definitely just sit back and play defense. I think now he can do it. I don't think he could have done it earlier on, like 9-10 minutes into the game. I think he was being way too patient there. But now I get it. Now he just needs to defend his position, and he's gonna scale infinitely better into the late game due to his better economy. Jay Perilous, this game was lost as soon as he gave up his fish. That's not true. That's just not true. We saw Mosca getting some real damage dealt even after that fact. I really think he missed out on a Berserk Narok with flaming weapons opportunity. That's what Mosca needed in this game, was Berserk Narok with flaming weapons. Other than that, what a game here from Mosca. Can't believe that's what I'm saying. Like a recon with almost double score. But that's the narrative I'm going with anyways. What a game from Mosca. Sorry, recon. You played kind of shitty here, but loved watching this from Mosca. Insanely difficult matchup for Norse to play. Nice try. I think Mosca should have gone for Hades. I think Hades has a slightly better chance here. But, yeah, well done. Well done, recon. Takes it 2-1. It's deserved, I think. Mosca probably... Dude, Mosca should have known he was going in against Kronos recon here. He should have known that with certainty. Yet he still goes in with Loki, so that it's such a questionable decision. Yeah, anyways, that's the cast. Thanks so much for watching. Should we get one last ranked game in before we end the stream? I think we can do that. I want to play Loki now. I'm not going anywhere. We'll do one last ranked game and then we'll head off. I want to go into Loki. Loki is so much fun. I don't know why I'm bothering with other gods. I should just play Norse. Loki full Hersus? Maybe. Maybe Metreus. I don't know. I honestly don't like that playstyle. I like Heimdall. Or if I go for Seti, I like mixing in raiding cavalry. Could also go Odin. Odin full cavalry. Dude, did you see my game versus Recon where I went Odin full Vikings cavalry? That was such a good game. That was such a good game. I wish I could play as well with all the gods in the game as I can with Odin and Loki and I guess those two gods. Mirage. People dodging water maps, so cringe. I really like water maps. Was that game today? The Odin one? No, last weekend. I guess Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember. Loki has a problem with the invocations of mythics, right? No, it's fixed, Vega. It is fixed. It's fixed. What was the problem? There's just this... No, like lightning storm, god powers that denied other god powers. They would deny them for the rest of the game instead of for a limited time. Do your school students know you're a top gamer? Only the people who cares. Like it's not something I say to people who has no idea about that world. But for gamers, you know, for people who talk about Counter-Strike and League of Legends and all that, I tell them. But kids these days, they literally only play Counter-Strike and League of Legends. I think they think it's more impressive that I stream and have the YouTube channel than that I compete in an Unk game. Yeah, I guess they play FIFA and Call of Duty and that shit. But you know, the people who are gamers, they play Counter-Strike and League of Legends. The people who watch Twitch and follow esports and all that. FIFA was the shit. I never played it myself, but whenever I was over at friends' places, they always played FIFA, so I had to as well, I guess. Never watched Twitch or esports until AOM. I watched some League of Legends back when that was starting to be popular. It was pretty cool. Like when League of Legends was just starting. Really heralding the new age of esports. How do you play Frey versus Norse mirrors? It's difficult, Goraki. It's not easy, but I recommend going Freya and just playing it as if you're Odin. Either that or go Ullr and then play very defensive with Draugr. So I guess consider the map and then ask, what's best here? Defensive Draugr play or raiding Freya playstyle? So on a map like this one, for example, I would go Draugrs, I guess. All right, let's get this win in now. Loki Mira against Devil? That's not what I wanted to play. Can we do anything funny here? He's gonna go Heimdall, Deathball kind of play style. I guess we can try for Seti. I think that's what's gonna make the most interesting game, is if I go for Seti.
Já, ég samþykkt, já. Já, samþykkt. Ráð. Ég samþykkt. Sækið fram tilbúin. Já. Ég vil skipan. Já, samþykkt, já. Ég samþykkt. Já.
Já,
Skipan.
Tilbúin.
tilbúin.
Já, samþykkt.
Skipan. Já, ég vil.
Hver er þar? Skipan?
Tilbúin.
Skipan, já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt, já. Ég samþykkt, já. Ég vil. Samþykkt, já. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Satt. Samþykkt.
Hey, Motaba, thank you so much for the raid.
Tilbúin. Skipan, já.
Thank you, thank you.
Satt.
How did you enjoy that series, Motaba?
Já, já.
Dude, I hate to say it, but I was rooting for Mosca in that last game.
Ég vil.
Really wanted to see him win there, but wasn't meant to be.
Tilbúin, já.
Skipan. Satt. Samþykkt.
Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Hver? Já. Satt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Satt.
Já.
We'll go one extra villager here,
Ég vil. Timbursveit.
and then dwarf, and we'll advance.
Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Já. Tilbúin. Já, ég vil. Samþykkt. Satt. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Satt. Já. Já.
Skipan, ég vil.
Hver er þar? Já. Tilbúin. Skipan?
Tilbúin, já. Samþykkt.
Hver er þar?
Pandora's box, hell yeah.
Ég vil. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Satt. Já.
Hver er samþykkt? Já.
Hver er það? Tilbúin. Já. Skip. Já.
Tilbúin. Veiðimaður.
Já. Samveiðimaður.
Skip. Veiðimaður. Veiðimaður.
Ég vil. Samþykkt. Satt. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Yep, there's a Heimdall, as expected.
Tilbúin.
Já. Hver er þar? Til satt. Samþykkt. Skipan. Hver er? Já. Satt. Já.
Skipan,
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Satt. Ég vil. Já.
Hver er það? Ég vil. Timbursveit.
Hver ég timbursveit.
Ég samþykkt. Ég satt. Já.
Til satt.
Ooh, I'm so housed because you took down that other house I had down the bottom.
Ég satt. Samþykkt. Já. Til orðuslag. Hver er þar? Já. Skipan.
Oh no! Oh, what a
Til já.
what a mistake.
Ég vil. Satt. Skip samþykkt.
I think he's going like full throwing X-Men. There's no way I can just go full Herser here.
Já. satt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Satt. Já.
Já, ég vil.
He's got hunt here. Like he's on goats. Like I should be winning here actually. The way this is going. Oh my god. No.
Ég satt. Ég, já, ég vil.
2 Hersers down. Are you kidding me?
Til, já.
Já. Satt. Ég vil.
He's got the what is it called? Iron Harry upgrade.
Já. Satt.
Já, satt ég vil. Samþykkt.
Já. Ég vil.
Can't hit the thing.
Satt, timbursveit.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Hver er já? Já, ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Skipan til já. Satt. Já, samþykkt. Ég vil.
Til orrustuslag.
Atrás.
Já, já. Til, já. Atrás. Ég, já. Sækið. Ég samþykkt. Ég vil.
Já.
Já, já. Til skipan.
Til orustuslag.
Tilbúin.
This is good.
Tilbúin. Já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Satt. Já. Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Já, veiðimaður.
Skipan.
Ég vil. Tilbúin. Satt, samþykkt. Timbursveit.
I need these trolls because he's gonna make Iron Harry and they're gonna win these fights so hard. It's just the nature of this matchup. His macro is horrendous. Look at that, he's on goats and he's got 5 gatherers on gold.
Skipan. Já. Samþykkt.
Skipan. Samþykkt.
Já,
Ég vil. Já. Ég vil.
I think we just take a fight.
Atrás. Já. Sækið. Til, já. Atrás.
This is good. Take down the Iron Harry, it's alright.
Ég samþykkt. Ég sækið. Fram.
Til já. Til orustuslag.
Atrás. Já. Til orrustuslag.
Ég vil.
Já.
Atrás.
Sækið. Fram.
Já. Skipan. Tilbúin. Skipan.
I have to play like that.
Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Satt.
Where did all those berserks come from?
Samþykkt.
Probably need to get
Tilbúin. Satt. Já.
lots of throwing X-Men now.
hver ég vil. Timbursveit. Skipan.
This is what's so nice about playing Norse. It's when you need to adjust your economy. It's so simple. I just take my 4 villages from food and I put them over there onto wood. And all of a sudden I can afford additional longhouses and I can afford additional throwing X-Men
Samþykkt. Já.
with relative ease.
Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt.
Ég vil.
Oh, spy again. Should I spy these guys? I don't want any more trolls. It's not working.
Já.
Já.
Ég vil.
Skipan.
Ah, there's the Iron Harry. Damn it.
Já. Satt. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Okay, why am I so slow? Please.
Samþykkt. Já.
We need to go in here.
Atrás. Til orrustuslag.
Atrás. Til orustuslag.
Já. Til sækið. Fram.
We killed the Iron Harry. No, we didn't. Where is it? Ah.
Atrás.
Atrás. Já. Sækið. Fram.
Dude, Iron Harry is so OP.
Til orrustuslag. Já. Ég vil. Já. Skipan. Já. Já. Ég vil. Til orrust. Samþykkt. Já.
Samþykkt. Ég fjósamaður.
I'm losing these fights because of the Iron Harry. It's crazy. I can make trolls now at least.
Til, já. Skipan. Samþykkt.
Issue is trolls just aren't as impactful as the Iron Harry are. But I'm gonna have so much wood.
Tilbúin.
I love trolls? That's not true. I don't love trolls much at all, in fact. Just do some hit and run here. He doesn't have medium infantry. Bruh. Look at this.
Ég vil.
Hey. GG. That was pretty fun, actually, after all. Ah, dude, him giving up Hunt that early without much of a fight, that was crazy. The fact that he goes on goats before this Hunt up here, it's just in a mirror matchup that you can't do that. You cannot just allow me to hunt when you're on goats that early in a mirror matchup. That's just resigning the map that early. It's not good. He's so good at using the Einherry micro. Very, very good at it. Some things he does really well, other things he does poorly. Why am I emphasizing the mirror matchup? It's just, you know, if I play Thor versus Zeus and I give up Hunt, that is to be expected because Zeus is a lot stronger than me early game. But in a mirror matchup, on paper, we're equally strong. And so that's where it's really bad to give up the Hunt when you're both equally strong. You gotta just mirror each other basically. And if what I'm doing, if I'm hunting and he's on goats, yeah, he's just putting himself behind for no reason. Dian Trempo, love to hear it. Let's hope they don't dodge here. GG's Death, thanks for checking in. Do you still have a chance in the tournament? No. But any best of 3 you win, I think it's like $30 or something. So, I mean, that's still worth playing for, right? If nothing else, the honor.
Yao. Sa.
Hey, John. Hello, John. I don't think so. Sheikh Zula. Not really. If you're the best player, then you can play more than one god.
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Hey, thank you, John. Thank you so much.
Yao. Sam.
Really appreciate it.
Skipan? Já. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Veiðimaður.
Skipan, ég vil. Tilbúin. Satt. Já. Ég vil. Skipan. Satt. Ég vil.
Ég vil satt. Veiðimaður.
Yeah, back in the old days on Voobly, people would spam the same god over and over again.
Satt.
And my god, it was tiresome.
Satt. Something. Ég vil. Satt.
Tilbúið sjá grjótsveik.
Já. Ég vil. Something. Satt. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Skipan.
Oh, he's gonna advance late. One dwarf only so far?
Satt. Something.
I'm on my third very soon.
Jeg vil. Something.
Should be a good rush if I rush him from this direction.
Something. Já. Jeg vil. Jeg vil. Satt.
Tilbúin. Veiðimaður.
What is this villager doing? Trolling.
Já. Skipan. Satt. Jeg vil. Tilbúin. Something.
Skipan. Já. Skipan. Veiðimaður. Ég veiðimaður.
Skipan.
Já. Satt. Ég vil. Satt. Ég vil. Satt. Something.
Oh, I need a house first. God damn it.
Já, hver það? Veiðimaður.
I think I need to practice low-key on this map in case I ever end up having to play it.
Skipan. Satt.
Hverji
Tilbúin.
grjótsveik.
Something.
Skipan.
Oh, this is so bad. I could probably go 430 pretty reliably here, I would say.
Já.
What makes Loki so strong in this map? It's just the having the food economy. Safe food economy is really, really nice for Loki.
Skipan. Jeg vil. Satt.
Means that you get to spam hearses while going fast, heroic, and mythic if needed. This suits Loki very, very well.
Hver það?
Tilbúin.
Já. Satt. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Satt. Já.
I hope he doesn't go Freya.
Ég
We'll
vil.
see though.
Samþykkt.
Oh, I can't believe I advanced this late. That's awful. What is this?
Ég vil.
Hver þar?
Já, samtimbursveit.
Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. 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 Ég vil. Samþykkt. Til orustus. Já. Já. Ég vil. Já.
Tilbúin.
Já. Ég samþykkt. Já.
I
Satt.
did. God damn it.
Ég vil. Satt. Já. Samþykkt. Ég. Já. Satt. Ég. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Satt. Ég. Já. Satt. Já. Ég satt. Já. Atrás.
Já, samþykkt.
Til orustus.
Ég
Já.
vil.
Hver það?
Tilbúin.
Skipan. Ég vil. Til samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Feels like my units aren't
Samþykkt.
really doing what I ask of them.
Timbursveit.
Hver það? Já. Já. Samþykkt. Satt. Til ég vil. Samþykkt.
Skipan.
Já. Satt. Já.
Já. Já, samþykkt.
Hver þar?
Já. Já. Ég samþykkt.
Crazy that he's not raiding with the Valkyrie. But good for me.
Hver það? Grjótsveit.
Hver það? Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil. Já, samþykkt.
Satt. Tilbúið. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Satt. Já.
Já.
Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin, já, satt, já, timbursveit, já, ég, timbursveit,
Skipan, já. Ég vil.
Skipan. Já.
Ah, really?
Já. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin.
Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Satt.
Já, ég samþykkt. Rás.
Já. Já.
Ég vil.
Samþykkt.
Já, ég samþykkt. Ég, já. Já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Ég samþykkt. Ég, já. Já, ég vil. Til og samþykkt. Sækir. Já. Já, ég samþykkt. Já.
Ég vil.
What?
Já.
How did my throwing axe die that quickly?
Skip. Ég vil. Já.
Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Til og já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Ég, já. Samþykkt.
Skipan.
hver er þar? Samþykk, grjótsveit,
Já.
Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Að rás. Já. Ég, já.
Ég vil.
Skipan.
Satt. Samþykkt.
Ég vil.
Tilbúið.
Já, já. Til ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt. Sækið fram. Ég samþykkt. Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt.
Já. Til orrustu slag.
Já. Já.
Dude, my units are acting so weird.
Fram. Tilbúin.
Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Satt. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já.
Að rás.
Til orrustu slag.
Já.
Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Ég, já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Ég já. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Skipan.
skip,
So many villagers on gold and it's not enough.
Já.
Til orrustu slag.
Tilbúin. Skip. Já. Atrás.
Ég samþykkt. Já. Að rás. Ég vil.
Hver er það? Samþykkt. Já.
Tilbúin. Sækið fram.
Já. Til orrustu slag.
Samþykkt.
Já. Satt.
Ég, já. Ég samþykkt. Til
Já.
orrustu
Já.
slag.
Ég vil. Já.
Já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Ég, já. Já. Ég vil. Að rás. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Já. Ég, já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég, já.
Samþykkt.
Ég, já. Samþykkt. Ég, já. Samþykkt. Já. Skipan.
Satt.
Ég, já.
Skipan.
Samþykkt. Já. Til, ég, já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég, já. Sækið
Ég
fram.
samþykkt.
Ég samþykkt. Ég, já.
Ég vil.
Sækið fram.
Já. Atrás.
Ég, rás.
Já. Já.
Ooh, I didn't consider this at all. Holy!
Satt.
Ég vil.
Já. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Hver er það? Já. Já.
Dumb boar.
Satt.
Já. Ég, já.
Samþykkt.
Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Já.
Til ég. Já. Samþykkt. Satt.
Skipan. Já.
ég, grjótsveit, já, samþykkt,
Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já.
já, ég við fjósamaður,
Satt. Já.
Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt.
Ég vil. Já. Satt.
Já.
Samþykkt. Satt.
Já.
já, veiðimaður,
Já. Já. Ég vil.
Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Skipan. Já. Já. Ég, já. Tilbúin.
Hver er það?
Já. Skip til samþykkt.
Samþykkt. Satt.
skipan,
Til satt.
Skip. Já. Já. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Satt.
Til orðs. Já. Ég samt. Já.
Samþykkt.
Hver er það?
Sækið fram.
Oops. Ah, that was such a nice move, sending my villagers up there. It's not for the gold, it's just to have them ready for the Berserk conversion. I convert villagers at the right time better than anyone. Yeah, you gotta set it up. That's the thing, you gotta sort of read the game and then ask yourself, when does economy matter and when does military prowess matter? And so here, 10, 11 minutes into the game, if I have 29 villagers or 45 villagers, it honestly doesn't matter much. What matters is how much military I have, because the game is going to be decided right here, right now. Honestly, if I could, these 7 villagers, I should have converted them as well. Probably the better play for him would have been to go here or here, probably up here. But if he did that, he would have to send his military up there, and then I could start booming. I could get Reek Thule, Safeguard, all of that. Or I could pressure him here while raiding up there. Like, it's really hard for him to go up there. Ha! Big advantage. A lot of this is because of all the idle time that I forced. Well, all of it, honestly. Most of it. He had a bigger army here, actually, before the Berserks. He won this fight. That's with the boar. Oh, that was bad. This was bad from me. 9 minutes and 20 into the game and I allow him to use boar here. That's really bad. Because a minute or two after he needs to go out for gold. Like, that's so stupid. I allow him to kill like 500-600 resources worth of units. Real, no, even more. Crazy. So dumb. So dumb what I did. Whatever. Berserk conversion wins it in the end. Yeah, the Iron Harry. It's what I said in the last game against Devil. The Iron Harry upgrade is... The Iron Harry with the upgrade is just ridiculously strong. But that's it for me today, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Gonna send you over to I Am Magic. Up and coming AOM gamer. Really big talent. I think he can go far in AOM world. So go over there and say hi. Thanks YouTube for watching. See you guys later.